Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports TV.
What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV. I appreciate y'all for checking with me. You already know what it is. We back with another one of them things. We're going to be discussing a whole lot of LeBron James this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, all the people that was staying tuned in for our exclusive interview with Mr. Calvin Ford, Mayweather Promotions own. You already know what it is. Javante Take Davis's personal coach. We will be rescheduling that as Flight Sports TV. Stay tuned. But nonetheless, man, buckle up. LeBron just signed the big bag. I'm telling you, I mean, the rich get richer. You know, we will be breaking this down. We got ourselves a star-studded panel, ladies and gentlemen. We got ourselves a star-studded chat. Like I said, buckle up. It's Flight Sports TV, all access. What's the deal, Dex? Talk to the people. We live. We in L.A.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Flight Sports TV, the machine, the voice of the voiceless, the people's champ, the hottest shit in these streets. You guys are already familiar with the monologue. You know how we get out. But check this out. Shout out to the panel. Shout out to the chat. And shout out to everybody that's freaking rocking with us tonight. We coming off the heels of a historic interview with the commissioner of the Drew League, Miss Chanel Smiley, and what the hell was that? Is that Poltergeist?
I don't know who that was. That sounded like that was somebody on the panel.
Man, that CIA. But nevertheless, listen, man. Unfortunately, you know, things, unforeseen circumstances prevented us from putting up the double up on the interview tip. But it'll be back. It'll come back. Don't worry about it. It'll come back. But LeBron. Listen, is that the richest contract per season in the history of the NBA? Can somebody help me out there? Did they say LeBron was washed? The king was washed? And yet he got that type of contract? And he got it in Tinseltown. He didn't get it in some little obscure city. He got it in Tinseltown. Is he waiting on Kyrie? Why did he sign that extension? What is LeBron up to? Is he waiting on Bronny? Huh? Is he making sure that he keeps the option open for Bronny, that he won't be tied up with anybody that will prevent him from joining his son? I don't know. What you think about it, Rafe?
Well, shout out to everybody. Shout out, you know what I'm saying? Glad to be here, you know what I'm saying? Fly Sports TV. Nah, for real. Keeping it real. We know he didn't get this. Let me keep it 1,000 with you, okay? It to me is breaking news for me because it's like ever since Zoe was departed ways with the Lakers, you know, LeBron continues to be in our town, burning down buildings and destroying the production of the Los Angeles Lakers, and continues to give us a 2-year extension. My God, more years of this bullshit. Okay, y'all already know how I feel about this situation. Okay. The man still wants to be in my Laker town, purple and gold, Kobe's natural home, bro. Oh, my God. But how I feel about it is they clearly did not give him that extension for his play. I doubt it, okay? Because if we were going to give an extension of his play, he wouldn't get that extension because, to me, honestly, if you want to keep him 1,000 with you, after their quote unquote bubble championship. After that little moment, he hasn't really done much. They've been first round exits. And last season, they didn't even make the playoffs. Are you serious? Last season, the Pelicans made it before you. That is a shameful. That is, imagine like not even like take away the players. I'm just the Pacific words itself. The Pelicans made the playoffs before the Lakers. You know how bad that sounds? Just like imagine, like take away the players, bro. Take away with what happened, who they are. That shouldn't even go right. That sentence shouldn't even happen. That the Pelicans made it before the Lakers. That man, y'all continue. My bad. It's just I'm about to go off.
We got my man Phonics in the building. What's the deal, Phonics?
Yeah, it was good.
I can't call it. What's your thoughts on this situation, man? LeBron James just signed for the major bag, or you want to follow up what Ray was just discussing? I mean, the choice is yours, man. It's Flight Sports.
Look, LeBron is currently now the highest paid player in the NBA. He passed KD. All of this was everything is about movements, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, we know he's gonna pass Kareem. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you young people, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is an all-time leading scorer in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Great player for that. Lou Alcindor. I wasn't alive for those days. I know Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the Lakers. That's who he is, and that's how I remember him. You know what I'm saying? LeBron will never win another championship in LA. They don't have the pedigree. They don't have people that want to go there. Nobody wants to play with LeBron. Amen. Nobody wants to play there. Amen. Hold on. Thank you, Ray. Nobody wants to play there. Amen. They're a dying franchise. What they should have did was ship LeBron out, package him, AD, and Russell, and ship them out and get draft picks.
Amen.
This is what teams is learning.
You guys are never coming to LA. If I catch you on our soil, I might put a plug in you myself.
I'll be on West End and all of that, man. You know what I'm saying? Fucking crib dancing. Anyway, excuse my language. You know what I'm saying? Let me finish, Dex. You know what I'm saying? They're just not good enough, man. And it's shameful that we're talking about this and people are selling this because LeBron signed 2 years, y'all. And let me tell the audience this. Okay, next year, that's next year, right? LeBron James Jr. will be a senior. Then the following year, which if nothing changes, he has to do a year in college. Then he's eligible to become a free agent. So what Jenny Buss said, well, you know what? I know you're going to leave us. We ain't going to win no more championships, but at least you'll be the leading all-time scorer, and we're going to capitalize off of that. Every game, we're going to capitalize off of that. It's all about money. It's only a few teams in the NBA that we're seeing that are really committed to winning. Phoenix, Boston, Milwaukee. I could be forgetting something. Y'all can add in some. I don't mind that. It's only a few teams, but it's not the Lakers. They're a joke. Anthony Davis is a bust. He's a bust too. So you'll say, oh, but they just won a championship in the bubble. He's a bust. He can't stay healthy. He's a bust. He's not a top 10, top anything. He's a bust because your best ability is availability. You know what I'm saying? He can't stay healthy. I'm going to end it at that. Go ahead, y'all.
I hate to. Go ahead. I mean, I'm going to disagree on that. Not that a lot of things you said was right until you started calling AD a bust. Listen, man, look, I'm not going to take away the fact that at the end of the day, when healthy, LeBron, Anthony Davis, is two dangerous motherfuckers, all right? I've seen Anthony Davis, when he was healthy, post fade, step back, threes, dunks, rebounds. LeBron James, when healthy, unguardable, unstoppable, fade away, and now he's splashing threes.
What did you say, Ray?
Listen, I'm just talking about when healthy, okay?
But you said when healthy. If it was the fifth, we'd be all fucked up. If it was the fifth.
I'm not, listen, like I said, I agree with them not rising up to occasions, failure after failure. Okay, I agree on those parts. What I'm not going to take away from them is the fact that when healthy, there was a top 5 players in the league. Anthony Davis, when he was healthy, he was maybe under maybe 1 or 2 centers. He was up there. Now, has he been getting hurt? For sure. Can he get on the court without tripping over a piece of pebble? Sure. You got me on that. I agree. I totally agree. Now, I'm going to also agree on he should have been got LeBron up out of there. It's ridiculous. I've said this several times and several occasions. All LeBron has to do is walk out those double doors, and he will leave the Lakers in ashes. They have no draft picks. They have no future.
Yeah,
and it's
done.
a bunch of couple young guys that
Right.
meet no standards. They got a couple old guys. They got a couple old guys in Lakers.
And they blaming
No
Westbrook.
standards.
And they blaming
If he
Westbrook,
walks-
which I don't like.
If
I don't like.
LeBron walks out right now, he leaves us with nothing. So that's my issue been with him for several years. So now he signed an extension. So that must mean that he will be in LA for 4 more years. And we'll see what the next 2 years. But this man continues. I swear to God, if these next 2 years that he is extending and he gives us nothing, first round exit again, worse, he don't even make the playoffs next season. At one point, we're going to have to sit here and go, listen, LeBron, you're getting old. How old is LeBron? 38 now?
38. Yeah, but hold on. You don't do
you're
that,
getting
though.
old, bro. You're getting old, my guy.
You're hearing my age group.
Listen,
Don't do
I
that.
give it to you, LeBron. You can dunk
My
on me.
age group.
I get that part. You know what I'm saying? You can cross rave up. That's cool, my nigga. But we're talking about a professional level, my guy. You're not holding up to the standards, especially to LA standards. LA standards is championship. And not just championship. People forget LA was about championship pedigree and multiple
That's remember.
He
been in old form.
People forgot. Not only we won championships, we was always a threatening team. When you
That's
couldn't
that
think
Jericho.
playoffs without thinking.
But Ray, those were the archaic times. I mean, listen,
Oh,
we're advanced now. We're in
That
the
was your
age of
time.
technology.
No.
That was your time.
You know,
had
those are the
Jericho,
times where
Dad.
they had the brick cell phone.
Bro.
You know,
Yeah,
we
but
done
that-
moved
yeah.
to the flip
Yeah, but
phone,
that-
the
you had
razor.
Jericho.
Now we got the fold.
Right.
The
But you had
iPhone to the
Jericho,
phone.
No, that's not true because
Go ahead, finish,
like
Ray.
y'all just said, y'all just finished winning a couple of years ago. Okay, y'all just finished saying that. So that ain't true. It don't matter how many years ago it was, who the legends was, who LeBron, all that back in the day, Shaquille O'Neal. It doesn't matter. You are, as the Los Angeles Lakers, you are in the town of Hollywood. Hollywood, the home of possible beginnings, where people be becoming actors and media.
Okay, Ray, how many times the Lakers won 3 in a row? How many times Lakers won 3 in a row?
And I don't care, bro. If LeBron gives us another failing 2 seasons, bro, the man has literally came in here and destroyed the Los Angeles Lakers background, destroyed it from the roots.
Kobe.
I'm sorry.
Kobe.
Listen, I'm not saying LeBron wasn't a demolition ball. I'm not saying he wasn't a demolition ball. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that he sacrificed maybe 2 to 3 championships for 1 championship immediately. I'm not saying that either. But all I'm saying is that he guaranteed 1, Magic guaranteed some, and they got the 1 that he guaranteed.
You being disrespectful right now. And you being disingenuous, Dex. Yeah, he being disingenuous. You know you are, man. Get the F out of here, man. Come on,
Did they get the championship or not?
Yo, come on, stop it, Dex. You an old head, man. Go ahead, Flight.
No, I was just introducing my man A1.
What it do, fellas?
What up, A1? What's poppin', homie? Long time no hear from you. What's good, man?
Hey, what's up, Phonics?
Chilling, B. Chilling, man. We talking about these Lakers, man.
This seemed like the old panel.
Yeah, Ray was preaching now. He was
Listen, we already know Rave agenda, right? Rave got a hidden hand here.
Oh, A1, you ain't hearing me, though.
You know how I feel about
man, I was preaching, too.
Listen,
we got Purple Baby too. Purple Baby was in here earlier. She lagged out. Go ahead, Doug.
But only thing I'm saying is this right here. We are tied with Boston for the most championships in NBA history. And it looks like now,
Wow.
since Boston's looking a little scrambled, that
No,
we
they not.
might end up passing Boston.
But
Mm.
Dex, that was
No, you don't.
us. That was our team, not the Boston team. But we got guys same age, Brandon Ingram, Zoe, all the guys we had. We was on the same trajectory as them, bro. And they stopped us dead smack in our tracks.
Because they went 1 star. 1 star. You come out here.
But
we would have had.
see,
We would have had Kawhi.
what was the
we would've
end?
had
What was the
Kawhi
end game though? What was the end
and
game?
Paul.
A1. The end game was to do what?
Ticket
Win a
sales.
freaking championship
It was ticket
immediately.
sales.
Because the Lakers had missed the playoffs like 7 to 10 years straight, damn near.
Ticket
And
sales, man.
LeBron missed the
but
playoff
Dex,
his first.
you know that.
No. Listen, LeBron missed the playoffs his
Dex,
first
you
year
know
as a
damn
Laker
well.
and broke his string for going to 9 consecutive NBA finals.
A1, get him, man. Get him. Get him.
That's crazy.
So he was desperate to get his legacy back on track.
A1, get him,
I'm
man.
not saying he was wrong.
It's like he
Listen,
did with
I'm not
Shaq.
saying he was right.
We would've
I'm not
traded for-
saying he was
we would've traded
wrong.
for Shaq during
All
the
I'm
season,
saying is
but-
LeBron was selfish. LeBron was selfish, and that selfishness won.
A1, get him, man.
Well, A1 can't get me because I'm telling the truth. LeBron
You're
was
not telling the
selfish.
truth. You're not telling the truth. He went to
So
your
you saying LeBron
franchise.
wasn't selfish?
Nah, he went to your franchise. Y'all wanted him, and he wanted to be there. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you don't have enough healthy people to win 50 games, bro. You know that. I know that. You don't have
Wait a
enough.
minute. Wait. You're mixing me up now. It's like
Yeah, I
I'm
knocked it down for 60. Yeah, I
some
knocked it down for
spaghetti
60.
soup. No, wait a minute. Where are we at? Are we talking about LeBron busting up the Lakers? Or are we talking about the Lakers right now currently?
LeBron didn't bust up the Lakers. Y'all took all these bullshit contracts on. You know what I'm saying? You got rid of Luol Deng. You finally got rid of his contract. You pick up Russell Westbrook.
Honest, you confusing me, bro.
It's stupid business.
What layer are you working on? That's what I'm asking you.
It's
'Cause
stupid
there's two
business.
conversations going on right now.
Bro, it's stupid business. You're not going to win. I'll just leave it at that. Go ahead. Everybody else can talk. I'm done.
But you're biased, though. You're a New York fan. So who cares what you think?
I agree.
You
with
need to
him.
work on New York.
I'm a Pelicans fan.
You ain't no damn Pelicans fan.
Go ahead, Jessica.
Who the general manager of the Pelicans? Who the general manager?
I'm a Pelicans fan. You can say whatever you want. I'm a Pelicans fan. God damn it. That's my team. I'm a Pelicans fan. And they're in the West. You can't beat them. You can't beat them. Hey, the Lakers can't beat them.
Shit.
And the Lakers can't beat them.
This year.
Dex.
Yes.
And I know
Yes, ma'am.
And A1 is still here. I'm
Yo.
why y'all think. I get why.
You need to roll your window up, purple baby.
That's not me.
Oh.
Hey,
I
what
get
I'm sorry.
why, if you think Davis is healthy. But do y'all realize y'all really don't have a team?
What do you mean we don't have a team? Do you want me to name the roster?
Y'all don't have a team. Don't do that.
We got a decent team. I'm not saying we're good as Denver. I'm not saying we're good as Golden State. But that's about it. We can smack Phoenix. We damn sure gonna smack the Memphis Grizzlies.
Phoenix.
And you think Dallas can hang with us? You got another thing coming. The only team I fear is just the Golden State Warriors because they got a championship pedigree. Not only are they championship pedigree, there are the hegemony of sovereignty in the NBA. They just keep on winning. You know, they had one dry year, but after that, it seemed like they got their shit back on track. But other than that, I'm not afraid of those Phoenix, Dallas, Memphis, Pelicans, Minnesota, Clippers. Clippers are so-so.
You ain't gonna be better.
Watch out for the Clippers.
They so-so.
You better watch out, boy.
Because they talk about Ray.
Hold on, let her talk. No, she's trying to talk. Let her talk.
It's just that LeBron 36, 38, whatever he is. I've never seen Kobe play for y'all for years, and I understand he had an injury that kind of slowed him down. I've never seen y'all support him or bloviate and say, "Oh, but Kobe gonna take us."
Whoa! That's not true, purple baby. You way off.
Oh, that's blasphemous.
Get your train back on the track.
No, it ain't.
We supported Kobe like crazy. Are you kidding me?
I didn't say you didn't support. I
We wanted Kobe to shoot every ball.
Yeah, we didn't give
The
a
way
damn.
y'all keep
Joe
the way
didn't.
y'all keep
Shit.
talking about
Give it to Kobe. Give it to Kobe.
What?
Shit.
and thinking that y'all not gonna be in the play-in is hilarious to me.
But Kobe
Purple
didn't
Purple
bring us to
Baby,
the playoffs for like
Baby.
4 years in a row. We missed the
Purple
playoffs for Kobe.
Baby. Hey, Purple Baby, here's the facts.
Okay.
Like these the facts.
Okay.
Here's the facts that nobody can deny. A healthy LeBron.
A1, I think you went out. You went out, A1. Say what? Healthy what?
A healthy LeBron and a healthy AD. We got 2 top 7 players.
God,
I'm telling everybody.
That puts us, we're
tired
in
of
every
hearing
game
that.
against anybody. If AD
Stop
is
it.
healthy, if AD is healthy, he's a top 3 defender. If AD is healthy,
You're
he's a
saying
top 3 offensive guy. If he's healthy, he's top 3 in both those.
If you can't guarantee anything, and we know he's not going to be healthy.
Bro, this is the
But
best
LeBron got hurt
offseason
his
he's
first
ever
year at the
had.
Lakers. He got hurt.
This is the best offseason
And we was top
he's ever
4
had.
when LeBron got hurt.
A1, what is his record?
Y'all forget
What is
about
his
that.
record?
Bro, we was
Oh,
up
wow.
2-0 against Phoenix.
When LeBron was
We
with the
up
kids,
2-0 against
LeBron, the
Phoenix,
Lakers
we was the
top 4,
7th
right?
seed.
No,
Like,
they
come
not.
on, guys.
What is his record? AD, being healthy versus being unhealthy. His healthiest season was the bubble season. He's not a healthy player. That's why New Orleans didn't have a problem with letting him go. He's not
No, they
healthy,
did have a
man.
problem. No, don't say that. Because, see, this is
Yeah,
where your
he sat on the
basketball
bench
acumen go
30.
backwards.
Yeah, you real
They
mad
didn't
at
want him.
New
They
Orleans.
didn't just want him to let him go now.
You're real mad at New Orleans right now because you're their powerhouse.
And listen, no, they also didn't give it to AD for no little cheap. They got
Exactly. They raped the Lakers for that.
Okay. So they broke the Lakers. The New Orleans Pelicans made it to the playoffs. They have a good nucleus. Y'all don't have shit.
Don't say that because
Let's
that
go.
is not true.
Big
The
shout out to
Pelicans
Jose
do have a
Calderon,
nice.
man.
Listen,
New York, baby.
hey,
Long as
listen.
we
You
got
trying to
AD
summon
and
Sky?
LeBron,
No.
who else got
A1.
AD and LeBron?
A1. I know what he's doing. He's trying to summon Sky or he's trying to summon Jessica. One of those two. Because there's no way you can say that out your filthy mouth that the Pelicans have a core and the Lakers don't. That's not correct.
The Lakers don't. The Lakers don't. I don't know why y'all.
We got AD and
Do you know what a core is? First of all,
they make the
thank
core.
you.
You
Oh my God.
You had Eddie and LeBron last year. You didn't make the playoffs. What are you
They were
saying?
hurt.
What are you saying?
Missed 50 games.
Okay, this is going to be the trajectory from
You
here
tell me
on.
any
LeBron is
team-
38 years old. He ain't 28. Stop it,
But
man.
he's the highest
Stop it.
paid
Get
player
outta
in
here.
Talking about New
NBA
Orleans
Get outta
history.
here.
Pelicans, who is 11 games under 500
Per
Man, come on,
season.
man.
They made the playoffs. Y'all didn't. Y'all
Man, them
didn't make the
people
playoffs.
done, man. Them people
Hey,
done.
Woody.
Oh shit! See, he summoned Sky. He said Candyman 3 times.
My brother.
That's all you
My
gotta
brother.
do. Sky. He's coming.
Go ahead, Woody. Go ahead.
Man,
Let's go. Let
man,
Woody
you
cook. Let
gotta
Woody
let
cook.
them.
Hey, this is what like I told Sky and them earlier. This is my prediction. We'll see them in the first round of the playoffs. 4th seed
No, you
versus
won't.
5th seed.
Okay, that's a joke. Go ahead and
That'll
let
be the
Woody
first
cook,
round.
man.
That'll be a first round matchup. 4th against the 5th seed. Us against
Man.
Go ahead,
And
Woody.
they
I'm
gonna
about to
spank
get
them
off, man.
kids.
Man,
Man,
Woody, I'm about to get off. Hold on,
Oh
let
man,
Woody
Fonnis,
cook.
why you leaving so soon? You
Let
gotta work.
Woody cook. Yeah, I gotta work, man. Let Woody cook. Though. I
Man,
want to hear Woody talk, man.
them people,
Nah, Wody need help.
them
Let him
people got
talk.
We finna bludgeon him. You can't
Man,
leave
let
him
him
up here by
talk, man.
himself.
Let him talk, Dex. Let him talk.
the Lakers got better because other teams got worse.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter. As long as we got better. It doesn't matter how you get better. Just get better, right?
Utah
Purple
team,
Baby, why you so disdain with the Lakers?
Defense.
Purple Baby need to answer for that.
Move their feet. All right, we getting a 15-8 guy back that was hurt all last year.
man, he always hurt.
Come
He
on,
always hurt.
He always hurt.
Yeah, he always hurt. They ain't
He's
nothing
always
new.
hurt.
No,
I
I'm
can't
talking
believe
about
that
the-
Sky
I'm
is
talking
sitting
about
up here
the point
talking about hurt. Because that's all Anthony Davis was hurt when he was with the Pelicans, right? Costing y'all playoff opportunities.
I told y'all that though. I ain't
So,
say
Well,
let me say
But
this.
when we
I
got
told
him, you
y'all
guys
that.
say it's an excuse.
Nah, let Woody talk, man. No, hold on. Let Woody talk, man. We all didn't talk. Let Woody talk. You just came in. Go ahead, Woody.
Man, I've
You
been
said you
told
was
him
leaving,
that.
man.
That
You
dude
gonna leave or
been
you gonna
hurt.
referee?
I
Man, that
want to let
dude,
my boy. Hold on, don't talk.
the worst thing that could happen to the Lakers teams like Houston and Houston and Oklahoma beat them. That's the worst thing that could happen to them.
Okay. Let me say this, please. When it comes to the Lakers, it's a 50-50 thing. I don't particularly. I already told y'all in the chat and the panel that, like I said, if LeBron goes for another 2 years, because he just got an extension, he goes for another 2 years of one for first round exits and might not even make the playoffs. It's gonna piss me off. Okay, at some point we're gonna have to call this guy old, and he's not the guy that we need right now. But here's why I feel like I can never say they're done, because you gotta understand that the play-in is in play. The play-in is keeping guys and teams who really don't need to be in here or not capable of being in it still in it. Clippers was in they didn't have Kawhi, and they was they was fighting. Listen, hold up. They was fighting for something because the play-in still kept them. All I'm saying is the play-in kept teams who really didn't even need to be in there.
But that's shameful, Ray.
Bro, think about it, okay? Think about it. The Pelicans, right? To all their credit, they made it to the playoffs.
Can't disrespect them no more.
But if you're being honest, if the play-in ain't there, are they in the playoffs?
You can't disrespect them no more. They have came. They have arrived. There's no disrespecting them.
They ain't conquered nothing. They haven't conquered nothing.
Where the Lakers conquered?
Listen to me.
A championship in 2020.
Maybe you're not listening.
Bubble.
Are you not listening? Bro, I said the Pelicans, to their credit, they made it to the playoffs.
Well, land the plane, Ray.
That's on the books. Okay, it's on the books. They made it to the playoffs. I can't take that from them. What I'm saying is the play-in keeps teams who are technically supposed to be out still in the game. So if the Lakers are not having the greatest, hold up. So I'm saying if the Lakers are not having the greatest season, the play-in can still keep them in it. Like the Clippers, they didn't have the greatest of seasons, but they were still in it. But if it wasn't no play-in, you wouldn't see no Clippers. You wouldn't see no Pelicans.
Go ahead, Waldy, man. Go ahead, Waldy. I'm about to get off, man. Go ahead, Waldy.
If the play-in was not there, you won't see none of these teams. You won't see no Pelicans.
But the Lakers,
it's the truth.
The Lakers get to the play-in, though.
Huh? What you say, Sky?
No, no juvenile. Huh?
What you say?
Get him, Waldy. Get him, Waldy.
If you harm me, you heard me.
Get him, Waldy.
I said
I really didn't hear what he said.
I said the Lakers didn't even make the play-in.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Fact. That's what I said. That's what I said, Waldy.
I agree. I'm not saying they're going to do good next season. I'm not rooting for that. I don't know how good the Lakers going to be.
I can't wait till we get Kyrie, man. I've got to set all you critics.
Yeah, y'all talking a lot of shit right now.
Bro,
Kyrie.
Hold on, bro. What I'm saying is, because I guess you're not listening, the play-in still gives guys hope.
Man, we ain't gonna be.
Still gives the low graders hope.
Hey, Wody. Before y'all came on here, I asked this man a question. What is the over/under for the Lakers? Will they win 50 games? 60? I said 60. No, so what did you say, Dex? What did you say?
They're not winning no 60 games.
We're gonna win 45 to 50 games in between.
Yep, that's what I just told him. I told him that.
No, y'all gonna be on the lower end.
Purple
45
baby.
or less.
Purple baby, why you have so much disdain for the Lakers and your name is Purple?
Because I need y'all to wait. It takes a team to win a game, not just two players. Where is the rest?
Yeah, that's our team.
Okay. All right, this is where I come in at, Purple baby. I'm glad you mentioned that because this is where I come in at.
Yeah.
Okay. We got Kendrick Nunn, right? We got Kendrick Nunn. We got
Kendrick Nunn is 15-8. Rave,
man, nigga laughing.
Why Rave is laughing?
Why Rave
laughing? Okay, Rave. Let me put you up on game.
Kendrick Nunn is 38% from three.
Rave, let me put you up on game.
My bad.
With John Morant, hold on. When John Morant won Rookie of the Year,
come on, dude. Okay.
Do you know who was in the top three?
I know. Continue. My bad.
I'm asking you laughing though.
If Lonzo had his stats, you'd be talking about him like he's the best player ever.
Dude. Lonzo can have 2 points. Listen, Lonzo got 2 points per game. You know I'm gonna be happy. I'll continue though. Continue.
Okay, we got Kendrick Nunn. We got Damian Jones. We got. Oh my God, Ray, you just so disrespectful.
Yeah, he's just laughing on purpose, bro. He
Ray is so
disrespectful. These guys are.
No, he's not. He's not. It's actually
I think Ray gonna get his Laker card revoked.
Yeah,
no, it's comical.
We're gonna just make you a full-time bull. Just make you a full-time bull. Get over it.
That Damian Jones? That
But
barely got a
Damian
contract.
Jones is what
That
Damian
plays
Jones.
backup center for the Warriors. Come on now. Come on now. All right.
But still, is he a champion? Yes or no?
Continue. He's a
That ain't
champion?
nothing to do
Are you
with it.
serious?
Stop it,
Are you
Dex.
serious?
Stop
No,
it, Dex. You're
Dave,
reaching,
listen.
Are you
Dex.
serious? He's a champion? Are you
Stop it,
serious?
Dex. You're reaching, man. Yeah,
No,
you
no.
reaching.
If we're
Okay,
gonna
listen.
go by that means
Let's.
Kyle Kuzma's the greatest of all. What are you
Okay,
talking
Ray, you
about?
cooked me on that one. Okay, I'll take that L.
Yeah,
Okay, but
Dex,
look,
you're reaching.
Damian Jones is a rim runner and a rim protector. We got why you guys keep shooing on this guy, man? Because Anthony Davis is gonna do the bulk of the work. All he got to do
No,
is
he's not. No, he's not. He can't stay
Oh my
healthy enough
God,
to
you
the
guys
bucket work.
you guys don't understand
Dex,
basketball.
they ain't letting you talk, Dex.
All right, my bad.
Yeah, they don't
Continue.
understand
Okay,
basketball.
my bad. My
They
bad.
ain't letting you talk,
Continue. My bad. Continue.
It's so much Laker disdain, man. I don't fight. What are you doing here? You set me up, kid.
Continue.
But
My
no,
bad.
I
nevertheless,
know that you're a Laker fan.
yeah. I mean, oh my God, I thought I had other Laker fans with me
Dex,
besides
they ain't understand.
A1.
They ain't understanding because the team
Continue.
we
My
had last
bad.
year
My
was full of
apology.
the team we had last year was full of old guys that wasn't buying into the system. They thought they was just as good as LeBron and everybody else. This year we got guys that are hungry, willing to follow.
Who
All they
A1?
got to do is their
And
fucking
they
assignment.
gonna get
Play
trampled
defense. Nope,
by
purple baby.
everybody
Let
else.
me talk. Let me talk. They're gonna play their fucking assignments. They're gonna space the floor. We got three knockdown 3-point shooters. Names that you guys may not know, but they shoot 38%,
He said we might
39%,
not know.
42%
Man, I'm going.
from three.
I'm
These are
going.
facts.
I'm going. I'm going. He said you might
These
not
are
know.
facts.
Bro,
Yeah, I'm going. It's
All
changed.
finals is waiting on us to mention Lonzo Ball. That's the
Bro,
only thing he's waiting on. Anything,
No,
if you
it's
talk
changed.
about anything outside Lonzo Ball,
Y'all
Phonics is
talk about
clueless.
Russell Westbrook.
A1 just said we got 3 knockdown shooters that you might not know. That means they're bums. Get
No,
the
they
fuck
don't.
out of here, man. Stop it,
Bro,
man.
it's a bunch of guys.
Not
It's a
necessarily. So
bunch of
Patty
guys
Mills
in
a
the league.
bum?
Okay, hold
All
on.
right.
Okay,
So,
let me say
Phonics,
this,
do
okay?
you know all 100 guys that shot 38% and up from 3 last year?
I don't, but I know
Thank
y'all
you.
don't
Thank
get
you.
top tier players. You
It
stuck
don't
with
matter.
Russ.
You do your
You don't need
assignment.
top 10
Is Joe
players.
Harris
Yeah.
a top 10 player?
You're
But
stuck
he
with
shot
Russ.
50. He shot
Joe
50%
Harris ain't do
from
nothing
three
for Brooklyn
and
last
got
year.
90 million.
He was injured. He was
No, okay,
injured.
let's listen. Let's deal with the champs then. What Warriors players outside of
They got a
Steph
better
and
team.
Clay?
Don't go
But
there.
not
They
even
got-
Clay. They only have one top 10 player. The Warriors, one.
And your point, they still got a way better team than the Lakers. Just like the
But he
Clippers.
said you need top 10 players. Go purple baby. I'm only going by
No,
what
I
Phonics said.
didn't. No, I didn't. I did not
No,
say that.
Phonics. No, Phonics. I said Phonics. Phonics said you need top 10 players.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
I
got
don't know
2
why he
top
said
10
that,
players.
but no, I don't know why he said that, but
We got 2 top 10 players.
You still got Russell Westbrook. That right there,
For now, he might not finish. He might not finish the season with the
Bro,
Lakers.
y'all talking about what? Bro.
right.
Hey,
Listen, you
I
have
hope
a
we
two-
keep Russell Westbrook because you know what? He hear this shit. And when you a fucking professional athlete and you hearing all this shit.
He's a professional athlete that fucking wears a
yes.
tutu.
And you don't know
He's
how
an
that
athlete that wears a tutu.
and you don't know how a professional
wears a
athlete with a
tutu.
fucking chip on his shoulder
But
walk around.
Westbrook got to make some adjustments,
telling
A1.
you.
We know that. We
Yeah,
got to
they
see
just
some
yelling.
adjustments out of him.
Say, Ray, when we're in first place, I don't want to hear you talk about the Lakers all
Y'all
year,
not
bro.
gonna be in
Don't
first
say
place.
shit
Yeah, he's
about
a
my
full.
team all year
He's a
long,
Regiment
Ray.
Bulls fan now. He's a resident Bulls fan.
No. Okay. Stop.
You a Bulls
You can't
fan?
have
No,
two.
nah. You're labeled a Bulls
Hold on.
fan from here on out.
Stop it. I want my Lakers to go back to glory.
My Lakers? Oh my God!
No,
Stop
it.
Such a hypocrite.
No. You're not going to do this to me. I don't care.
We about to revoke your card,
maybe
Ray.
I don't know what mental change has happened to you guys ever since LeBron joined. Y'all mentals has changed.
It ain't about LeBron joining. It's about the team. When LeBron leave, I'm going to still be a Laker fan. That's you and Rico with that.
No, when Kobe was with us, we did not accept no bullshit. The man LeBron.
What are you talking about?
Ray, that's blasphemy. We gave Kobe $50 million.
Listen, I remember.
You forgot what a Laker is, bro.
And that killed our team.
Rave, I remember when the Lakers sucked when Kobe was there.
No, y'all
him and Lynn Sanity. That team sucked. Kimball Walker came to the came in as a Charlotte Hornet and put up like 50 points against those Lakers.
Bro, I saw you're not gonna do this to me. In training camp,
I was at the game.
Bro, in training camp, Kobe
2014.
In training camp, Kobe Bryant cursed out the entire team and told them they soft. Get in the jump shots.
But did that help the record? Did that help the record?
Bro, all I'm
did that help the record though?
Stop this. No, stop this. I
Look,
get what y'all
look,
listen.
he had
I
Robert
know,
Sacre.
I
He had
bro,
Jordan Hill.
I hate LeBron
What he's
James
gonna
on
do?
mentals.
I don't care
I
how
hate-
much
I hate
screaming
this
he
Lakers,
does.
bro.
What that's not gonna turn into nothing.
LeBron, no, what I'm telling you is, what I'm telling
He
you
has
is,
smushed
LeBron
Parker.
has changed you guys' mentals. The man has came in this year. I mean, came on this damn
He didn't change nobody's mental.
destroyed our future, destroyed our from the roots. The man
Listen,
came in. He didn't even make
Ray,
the. What was the first
Ray,
season? Didn't make the. Hold up. He
do
didn't
you
make
realize
the
that
playoffs.
Laker
He gave me a
roster?
Disney
No,
ring.
no,
Bro,
you don't remember that Laker roster.
Bro, and that man LeBron has gave me bullshit for the past 5 years of Lakers.
Gave you a championship, but
Bro, he gave me a Disney ring.
I don't know about 5 years with the Lakers. I don't know where you
He
get
gave me
that from.
Disney ring that gives no shit, man. No. He the only one that had a
Listen.
suite while everybody else had to sit in the cocoon. Y'all are ridiculous.
The Lakers had a player that could not play on Jewish holidays. Did you know
I
that?
gotta stop with these excuses, bro.
Ray, did you know that? The Lakers had a player that couldn't play on Jewish holidays. Every time a Jewish holiday come, he was not available. Steve Blake.
Yes,
Did
I
you know that?
That's the white boy shooter. I remember him. I know.
This is what they had. I mean, what are you going to do with it? They had Ronnie Terrioff. I mean, come on, for crying out loud.
Bro, we had the future.
They wasn't making no playoffs,
We had
dude.
the future up and coming. Yes, I know we would listen. See,
We already know that it's the Lonzo Ball dynamic with
you
you.
see, what you're doing is what a lot of people like to do when they talk about the guys who still hold on to the past about the Lakers. They like to say, y'all wasn't going anywhere. I got you.
Listen,
Listen, I get it.
Ray, I'm going to tell you something about myself. That was a golden era for me as a Laker fan because I was getting some hell of a tickets and some hell of a seats because nobody else was tripping.
Okay.
You follow what I'm saying?
Okay, comedian. Okay, I'm glad you want to be Kevin Hart today. All right. All I'm saying is, yes, I agree. We was not at the greatest. Yes, when LeBron came in, hold up. To LeBron's credit, he did come in, and he came in technically like Superman because we was almost out of. It was damn near out of interviews. Nobody wanted to talk to about us. I get it, but we still had a whole plan out because we just had that top draft pick in Lonzo. We still had that number one draft pick, Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, and man, Mr. Zubac was starting to just come out from the roots. I don't know what happened. He just started playing good all of a sudden. So we had a future. We had plenty of draft picks. We had something brewing for the future. And at that moment, when LeBron wanted to join the Lakers, we still had Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, all those dudes for availability as well that was looking for a home. Okay? LeBron rolled his little ass in, hopped in front of the Lakers.
Why you mentioned Kawhi Leonard out of all people who cannot even get on the court?
Dude, Kawhi Leonard
he ain't played basketball in 2 years.
LA, man. All I know is, bro, LeBron came in this Los Angeles Lakers, gave us no playoffs, gave us a mouse ring, and then first round exit and no playoffs after that season. If this man LeBron gives us another,
he missed the playoffs twice as a Laker.
Bro, if LeBron gives us another 2 seasons of bullshit of his extension, I swear to God on everything I love, I will go
recency bias.
Y'all are ridiculous.
And I'll say this.
Ray, remember when we gave Kobe $50 million over his last 2 years? Remember that?
I give him another 50. God damn it.
But that killed our salary cap. That killed the team, right? But we gave it to Kobe because what? We take care of our superstars.
He's not. But Raven's not even talking about nobody want to play with Kobe.
Known about taking care of our superstars. We pay them. We take care of them. They're happy. That's why guys want to come there. So that
but what about when Kobe was there? A1. See, everybody want to rake over that.
When
Kobe was there. They still. No, listen, they still was saying nobody want to come to LA because of Kobe. Nobody want to play with Kobe.
Nobody's coming now, so.
See, why y'all forget about that?
Yeah,
I don't forget about that. I'm very aware of that.
I think guys didn't want that responsibility. And Kobe said LA wasn't for everybody, and it's not.
Exactly.
I don't think they wanted that responsibility of winning and have to win all the time. All right, a lot of guys in the NBA, they're there, but a lot of guys. It's 14, 15 guys on the team. Maybe 5 of them are there for the right reasons.
Bro, once again, let me knock out 2 birds with 1 stone.
Shout out Days of Cravington. $5 super chat.
All right, big facts. Let me knock out two birds with one stone. Okay, to A1's point about the money. Listen, I don't care what y'all gotta say. If the man for man is gonna go out there on that court and damn near give blood and love, broken two fingers and still played, walked with a broken Achilles, cramping all the way to the free throw line to make sure that we hit them free throws so we can go to the playoffs. My God, Lee, I'm paying whatever I got to. I don't care what you guys say. When come to Dex, talking about he nobody gonna play with Kobe. Listen, the big man want to play with Kobe because they know good and well what that duo was like. That Paul George. Remember when Kobe was trying to let Aldridge when he was available? Let him know. Look, remember when we used
Aldridge didn't even give the Lakers an interview.
I agree. I agree on that part. I agree on that part. But what I'm saying is, bro. At that
you rather
point,
go play with San Antonio.
At that point, yeah, I think there was a little confusion about nobody gonna play with Kobe too. But at the same time, though, Kobe went out there and gave us his all. That's really all I asked.
If it wasn't for Jerry West, Kobe wouldn't have no rings outside of Shaq. So keep that in mind also.
Man, I disagree because during Shaq's one of his games, I think Kobe was very close for Shaq in one of those playoff games, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I'm not talking about Kobe play. I said if it wasn't for Jerry West, right? Especially when Shaq fouled out in the Indiana series.
Exactly.
Listen, if it wasn't for Jerry West, Kobe would probably not have any rings outside of that Shaq and Kobe era. He'd probably been ringless from that point on.
There's a lot of Dex. You can say that for a lot of teams.
No. That Jerry West thing.
Jerry West.
Yeah, but that Jerry, yeah, and you can say it for Golden State too. But that Jerry West thing is still an enigma right now in the day. David Stern is probably still scratching his head. How in the hell the Lakers get Paul Gasol for that trade?
Amazing. And you know what we gave up? That bust.
I won't call him a bust either because he had like 12 years in the NBA. So
he's a bust. He's a bust.
See, there you go. See, you guys are so hypocritical, man.
No, dude. No. I watched him on the court. The man was missing wide open layups. Cut it out.
Listen, the man had 12-something years in the league, man. You can't be a bust. You can't. He was a journeyman. Yeah, he was a journeyman, but I wouldn't call him a bust.
God, bro,
you don't keep busts. Busts don't last that long. After their rookie contract expires, it's over with.
Bro, Kobe let him know, like, bro, you are horrible. You are sorry.
Yeah, he probably was.
That's
but
Kobe.
I wouldn't call him. He told that to Dwight Howard. Is Dwight Howard a bust? He said the same exact thing to Dwight Howard.
That was okay.
But see, it's always a contrast.
Bro,
either it is or it ain't.
Okay, but no, he
stop working in the gray areas.
Okay, Kobe wouldn't say that to Dwight Howard when his Orlando days. So that's not the case.
He got him right after his Orlando days. What are you talking about?
On his face in Orlando.
No, bro, they got
Kobe put his nuts on Dwight Howard's head.
Hey, you way off, bro.
Okay, all right, I agree.
He was an all-star when he left Orlando, coming to the Lakers.
Bro,
with a back injury.
There is hold on. There is a difference in telling somebody they're sorry in a competitive way because they're the enemy and you're dropping them off.
Here we go.
If
I coulda, woulda, shoulda.
There's two different ways.
If I coulda, woulda, shoulda.
There is two different ways. No.
If I coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Don't do this. There's two different ways of telling people they sorry. If I pull you to the side, like, bro, listen, I'm gonna keep it down with you.
Man, you better look at Dwight Howard's interview.
Bro, there's a difference.
Tell you. Look at Dwight Howard's interview about Kobe. He'll tell you that Kobe got in his ass. He didn't know what to do.
Yeah, because Dwight Howard was trying to have all these baby mamas in LA. He saw all them little cute little girls in LA. He didn't know what to do with himself.
All right, bro.
He was coming apart at the seams, Dwight Howard. Right, he was having baby mamas pop up everywhere.
All right. Yeah, there's two different forms of telling somebody sorry, bro.
A1.
Yo.
Tell me why you think the Lakers is gonna be a top 3 seed.
I didn't say top 3. They're gonna be top 5.
Okay, why are they gonna be top 5?
All right, so this is based on health. All right, we got to base it on health. You guys can't knock me about that. If AD ain't gonna be healthy, all right. Like, what if he is? All right, let's say that.
Okay.
All right. So if AD gives us 70, 65 games, let's say this gives us 60. All right, and we rest them every 3 games, we give him a rest. He gives us 65 games. All right. So AD had a bad year last year. Can we all agree?
Shout out to FYF.
All right. So AD's bad year is other people's career year. 24-9 is other people's career year. And that's a down year for AD. All right. So if AD's healthy, which by all reports, this is the best offseason he's ever had. You see him, he's quiet, he's in a cut, he's waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning. He ain't never did that. Boom. You got a big man who's a top 5 player with a chip on his shoulder. He hears all this Giannis and
Yeah, he hear the fodder.
He hears it. So he's been in the lab. We already know what LeBron is. All right. He gave us 38 and 6 last year. All right. Let's say LeBron goes down to 25 and AD averages his 27. Boom. LeBron goes to point guard. He gives us last time he played point guard, guess what? He led the league in assists. So as a team, we got a guy in LeBron that's going to make everybody better. Everybody. So these knockdown shooters that they're not big names, but they're averaging 38, 39, 40% from 3. Guess what? Those lanes open, those shooters will be there. We got Kendrick Nunn, who was out all last year. People want to laugh, but he's 15 and 8. And he's young and he's quick and he's a lefty that can go right hand. So those are things that we need. And we still got Russell. People want to laugh, but Russell is Russell. He's going to be there every game. He's going to give us 19 and 8. So
and the offense was supposed to switch up, according to Darvin Ham, to maximize
19 and 8. Y'all
Russell's
gonna give
strength.
you 19 turnovers. The hell?
Rave. See, that's another thing. That's a misnomer. It's just all those things were put in light because he was in LA. He averaged the same turnovers last year, the year before that, the year before that, the year before that. Same shit.
Yeah, but it's not. I swear to God.
Actually, he didn't. He averaged less turnovers this past season.
Hello, Marvin.
Oh, we got Marvin. Okay.
So
We got Mr. Tatum in the building.
He averaged less than before
Oh
this season,
my
right?
God!
Actually, he
Yeah,
had
take that, Ray. Take that.
He had his best turnover year in the last 5 years last year.
But I don't care what he's done, what he's done with different teams, but he's doing it on LA. That's why it's more paying attention to.
Ray, guys have to make adjustments. That's
bro,
what
the man is shooting on top of the backboard, wide open shots, bro.
Ray, we admit that Russell Westbrook was stubborn last year, but I think he's been humble. Okay,
yes.
He understands that LeBron is the man, whether you're in LA or not.
Bro, he just wore a dress a couple of days ago. I'm trying to think. Lord of mercy.
Man, it ain't got nothing to do with him. It ain't got nothing to do with that, man.
A1 index. Can I ask?
Let me ask you.
What's up, guys? A1 index. I want to ask you two a question.
Purple Baby still let Purple Baby finish.
I'm about to leave, but I'm gonna get back on with y'all. So before I leave, okay. So I understand everything you said, but in order for that to happen, what teams are going to drop in order for you to get that, let's say, 5th seed?
It ain't about no other teams dropping. It's just us beating them.
Okay.
We ain't worried about nobody else.
Utah. I'm gonna tell you, Utah. We taking Utah slot. How's that?
And we gonna beat them.
Everybody know Utah is booty. But okay,
that's what I'm saying. We gonna take their slot.
I'll meet back up with y'all like in 10 or 15 more minutes.
Okay, yeah. Come with an army, because that's what you're gonna need talking about these Lakers.
Okay. Well, here's your army, Purple Baby. Dex. A1. I got a question for you guys. With this contract that LeBron James just signed, are you guys in a rush to win a championship now?
No, we still got $20 million under the cap for next year. So
that's still good.
And the thing the thing is with that $20 million is they're not players that sign like in that middle. All right. So we can get a $28 million player for $20 million. You dig what I'm saying? Because he's not going to get the max. It's not players getting like right below the max. No, it's either 10 to 20 million or the max. So
all right, and
I brought a very good player for that 20 million to add.
I brought that question to the table because of the age of your players. How long?
The thing is, this is a special dude, bro. This is a one-of-one guy. He averaged 38 and 6 as a 36-year-old.
Like, come on, man.
Yep. Led the league in fast break points. So
Like,
he's still
Now,
moving and grooving.
about an average guy.
I'm gonna step back and listen, but I want to say this. I hear all the accolades that he did, but you guys never talk about what he didn't do, the bad things he did.
What, defense?
He played didn't play defense because he was on the team. He
played defense the last 5 years.
He was miserable.
No, he's on the Lakers now. I'm not talking about 5 years ago, Dex. I'm talking about now.
But
he was on the team.
LeBron is LeBron. We know what you're getting. You're getting a wrecking ball, and you're getting a guy that don't play defense.
The reason I say this because every time you guys talk about LeBron, you talk about 30 and 8, but you do not talk about him staying on the other end of the court. You do not talk about him not being a total team player at times. Is that equivalent?
Him and Russell Westbrook was knocking heads, right? This is what you got with the Lakers. Yeah, him and Russell Westbrook knocking heads for supremacy for some reason. I don't know why Russ thought he can just, move LeBron out the way because, I'm from LA. This is my hood. This is my thing. My daddy's Coach Westbrook. You follow what I'm saying? A legend in LA. But at the same time, LeBron is LeBron. He's a global icon. You feel me? Russ ain't a global icon. So he had to understand that this is LeBron's league and that's LeBron's team. And then you had the AD dynamic. The man got married to this real beautiful woman, got the beautiful house in Malibu with one of the biggest pools in California. Shit, of course his back was hurting. You know what I'm saying? My back would probably hurt too. But at the same time, now he's over his honeymoon phase. Now he's ready to play basketball. And this is what I'm betting on.
All right, last question, and you guys can go ahead. I'm just going to listen. A1 and Dex, when are the Lakers going to win the next championship?
I don't think they're going to win this year coming up. Unless they get Kyrie.
When you say that,
hold on, Marvin.
Wait, I'm just saying one thing.
Ask me a question. Let me answer it before you try to sneak something else in on me.
No, all I was going to add is that there's one more year on LeBron's age. Go ahead.
Listen, I said unless they get Kyrie Irving. If they get Kyrie Irving at the trade deadline, it's a wrap. It's over for the league.
You saying they're gonna win it this year?
Marvin, what part do you didn't understand? If or Kyrie Irving?
Say it. Just say it.
I said if. There's an if there. There's some extenuating circumstances that have to be met properly in order for the Lakers to win a championship this year. If they don't get Kyrie Irving, I don't think they're going to win a championship this year.
If they get him, they are. That's what you're saying, right?
If they get him, most definitely they win a championship. And can't nobody stop that.
Everybody heard that, right? Okay, continue on.
Shit, you could say that to the mountaintop. I mean, who would disagree? Kyrie Irving, healthy Anthony Davis, healthy LeBron?
I would.
The only person might be formidable to stop it if KD go to Golden State or go to Boston. If he do that, then the Lakers, they might have a little problem getting through that. But otherwise than that, the league stay the same and everybody stay where they at. They will plummet Golden State. They will plummet the Phoenix Suns.
You are looking at roses,
and they will beat Denver in 6.
You are looking at roses with blind eyes because Kyrie ain't all that coming to the Lakers.
We don't know that though. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Just because they ain't talking about it, we don't know that. We don't know what's going on.
I'm saying if he was there, it does not guarantee LA a championship.
Oh, listen. I will put my mortgage on it.
Okay, well, I take that bet because I need that house.
I will put $4,800 on it. I say, look, baby, we ain't paying the mortgage this week. We'll tell the bank to defer our payments.
So you just figure everybody else in the West gonna fold up because Kyrie there and just say, okay, Lakers.
It don't matter. That's just too good. It's just too good. It'll be too good. And with the players we have surrounding them, that will be augmented with that supreme core. Oh my God! I mean, man, I'm licking my chops.
Last question. If you don't get it, when do you win the championship if you don't get it?
Within the next 2 years. Within the next 2 years of LeBron's contract.
Okay. All right.
We got that. We signed that. We'll have that $20 million in the pot next year. We'll get a solid guy that can shoot threes or whatever, play defense, and we'll be in the hunt.
Okay, where do you see the $20 million coming from?
LeBron's contract after his contract.
Marvin acting like a damn.
Dex, I'm on it.
No, I'm just asking because I want this.
Are you a prosecutor? Or are we on the panel just chopping it up?
Right, before LeBron's contract, we would have been $60+ million underneath the cap next year. With him signing this contract, we'll be $20 million underneath the cap. So we're at $20 million
to get a solid player.
Now you know you're in the luxury tax now, right?
But next
We
year,
don't care about no luxury tax, man.
He said you're gonna be 20
We ain't
million
no
under the
Chicago
cap. What did
Bulls.
you
all right, so
listen?
hey,
Listen,
We
Marvin,
don't
I'm
care
not
about no
talking. He said
luxury
he's gonna be
tax.
$20 million
Marvin, I'm gonna
under.
send you the link.
Scared to give a guy an extra couple of million because
hey,
you're gonna be in a luxury
hey,
tax.
don't worry about it. Hey, I'm gonna send him the link to Laker Nation. All right.
Don't want to give
You don't have
Mo Bamba
to.
no money.
I'm looking
We
at it.
gonna
You
be
don't
in
have to
the
send me
luxury
link.
tax. We can't give Mo
Hold
Bamba
on.
that money.
Hold
We
on,
gonna
guys.
go
Let me
get
say this.
Andre
Let me say
Drummond,
this. Let me
another
say this.
stiff.
I'm just asking these questions, A1. I already know. I'm looking at it. I
Thank
want you guys to say it. Oh, hold up. I want to hear
Oh,
from
you
you
don't think we
guys'
know what we're talking
mouth.
about? You think we're just
I want
empty
to hear
fans?
from you guys' mouth because y'all just talking. See, last year you said
A1. He think we're just symbols without substance.
Yeah,
no.
come on,
I'm gonna tell you what you are. I'm gonna tell you what you are. You guys are living in the past. This ain't the same.
I'm gonna tell you what we are. We're gonna beat the Bulls' ass.
Let me tell you something, Marvin.
This ain't the Lakers of the
Marvin,
80s and 90s.
Marvin,
Y'all are not that good. Period.
Marvin, all right, you just talking.
Well, we got to bet when we see the Bulls then.
Hey, Laker Nation, our podcast, they're voted #1 in the country.
That's right.
And the Laker team is voted 33rd in the league.
Information.
That's right.
I'm gonna say this.
10,000 on the stream, on the live stream. 10,000 on the live stream.
I can care less about Lakers Nation. I can care less.
Ain't nobody fucking with that. Not even
Let
New
me
York.
finish.
Not even
Let
New
me
York.
finish. I can care less about Lakers Nation. I'm talking about the Lakers
I know
team.
you can care
I
less.
know
We
they
hear
ain't
the
gonna
hate
do
in your
nothing.
voice. We hear the hate.
I don't hate the Lakers.
Spilling out your heart.
I just listen. This is it.
We see the fuselage of hate.
No, this is it. Just and Dixon A1. Just because you say it loud, don't mean it's right. You ain't gonna win
Oh my
shit
God! Stop
in the next 2-3 years.
Make up your own stuff.
You won't win nothing in the next 2-3 years. You'll be on there next year talking about. But if,
no, because you think the Bulls
gonna
win, right? You think the Bulls gonna win,
damn
right?
right.
The Bulls.
You damn right.
I'm gonna say it like BKM.
Right.
The
The
Bulls.
Lakers.
The Bulls.
That's all I got.
You damn right. And all I'm gonna tell you is this.
Now you see him, folks. You see that? You see that agenda? See, Marvin's not being authentic. He has an agenda.
We are more well built to win it before y'all. Y'all too old.
What? Are you kidding me?
Hey, Marv,
no, not no more. Not no more. Not no more. Not no more.
Marv, you too old,
we got rid of some of that extra baggage.
You one twist ankle from a LeBron from being not even in the play-ins again.
Okay, you one bad knee from Zach.
That's the same thing.
No, we not. We got young players on the. We got young players on the team. How many rookies on the Lakers?
Marvin, you know what you sound like?
How many rookies are on the Lakers, Dex?
You sound like
how many rookies on the Lakers
right now?
I want it to be
how many rookies are on the Lakers, Dex? How many rookies on the Lakers?
You don't win with no rookies. When you win with rookies?
I'm talking about future. That's why I asked you about when you gonna win it. If LeBron go down, you ain't got a shot for nothing.
Dude, you don't win with no rookies. I don't care what future you're talking about.
Listen, Dex, you was quiet as a mouse this past damn season when they was getting their ass kicked.
It's okay. What I'm gonna run my mouth for? I'm not insane.
The only reason you guys are talking now because the season happened. The only reason you guys are talking now is because the season haven't started.
Marvin, I know how to maintain responsibility and decorum when you don't have much.
Well, like I said, the only reason you guys are talking now is because the season haven't started. It hasn't started.
No,
when it
that's
starts,
not true. That's not true, Marvin.
Again.
Marvin, that's not true.
You've been talking about getting Kyrie for 9 months.
Thank you. I'm glad you realized that because I was talking about before the media because I had an inside plug. It's not over, Marvin. I think it's over.
It's over.
Yeah, us old heads having an episode right now, guys.
No, I'm not upset. I'm just letting you know
you have
that you guys are living in the past.
And that's even worse. You don't even know when you have an episode.
This is not the 80s and 90s, Lakers fans. You done.
Bulls fan?
And the 2000s, you mean, too? And the 2010s? You mean that, too? Don't get it twisted, Marv.
In the 2020?
Yeah.
You want to know what the Lakers have did recently?
Every decade.
You want to know what the Lakers have did recently?
Every decade for the
I can give you every stat on the Lakers, what they did recently.
17 numbers.
I can give you every stat on what the Lakers have did recently.
Marvin, why are you beefing with us, Marvin? Good gracious, what's wrong with you?
Because y'all are living in the past.
Dang.
The recent past?
We ain't on your Bulls. You act like you a Dallas Maverick fan or something.
No,
you a Bull fan or a Dallas Maverick fan?
I don't hate the Lakers. I just like
Dallas Maverick fan right now.
All right, here's a question. Here's a question to both of y'all. How many people? Wait, here's a question to y'all. How many fans out there think the Lakers gonna win it this year?
Laker fans?
All of them are
That's a whole
delusional.
lot of them.
All of them are. You thought you were going to win it last year. You didn't even make the damn
No, that's not true. That's not true, Marvin. Stop it. Stop
True
it.
Laker
We been
fans
said the
knew-
Lakers was a
True
graveyard
Laker
last
fans
year.
knew we wasn't gonna make the
We said the
playoffs.
Lakers was a
All right,
cemetery,
all
a rest
Let's
haven
get
for
it
old
straight.
folks.
Okay, let's get it straight. Dex and A1, where y'all going to end up at the end of this coming year?
Top 5 seed.
Dex?
Okay, I can say top 5 seed. Like I said,
Where
I
you
like
go-
Denver this
Where
year.
you
I
going
like
in the
Denver.
playoffs?
I'm
Where
not
you
getting
going
off
in
of
the
Denver
playoffs?
unless Kyrie come to the Lakers.
Where you
we'll be
going in the
Western Conference
playoffs?
Finals.
You going to the Western Conference Finals, A1? Okay, Dex?
I don't know if they go that far. Maybe second round exit, because you still got Golden State that's strong. You're gonna have Phoenix. You know, they on a redemption tour, and damn sure Denver. If Denver can
Okay.
hold serve,
This is what
if they can hold serve,
I'm saying. We'll have to play Denver in a semis, and Golden State have to play the Clippers.
because that Denver. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something about this Denver.
Hey,
this
we
Denver
could beat
Nugget
Denver
team.
though. Damn it.
Yeah, it's a possibility because I believe KPJ is a little frail mentally. You follow what I'm saying? But they do got a killer over there. Actually, they got 2 killers. I'm gonna give Jokic that too. But I think Aaron and KPJ is mentally frail. So if they can somehow during the season build up their intestinal fortitude mentally, then they will be damn near unbeatable. Because you think Brandon Ingram is something, wait till you get a load of KPJ with confidence. Okay? Because we've seen what happened when KPJ and Brandon Ingram went head to head.
Yeah, but this is his first year back after missing a whole year.
I know, that's the
so
thing.
it's going to take a minute for him to get a rhythm. All right. So
All right, so I just heard you guys talk about your Lakers this year. So since neither one of y'all are picking them to win,
Marvin is full of hateful magic.
Listen, Dex, I'm not riding the Lakers. I'm trying to get information from y'all. Y'all are real hyped on the Lakers, so I want to see what y'all expectations are.
Since we just told you, 5th seed.
Marv, 17
all right, okay, 5th seed. Is that it? Okay, so in other words, neither one of y'all said championship. So this year is over. Next year, what you do?
I don't think they're gonna win a championship if Denver is who I think they are. Now, if Denver prove me wrong, then so be it. You know what I'm saying?
No damn Denver. If we,
I have to ask this question, guys. All I'm doing is asking y'all expectations, and Dex, you think I'm riding you? I'm asking you expectations. That's all
we
I'm
done
doing.
said it 1,000 times already, man. Did you take your Geritol?
No, all I'm saying is you telling me that, so I went to the next year. Next year, what is your expectations? Not this coming year.
Next year, like A1 said, the books opens up. Kyrie can go wherever he want to go, and he definitely will be a Laker next year. If he's not,
so you win it. You win it then. So you figure you win it then?
Most definitely, most definitely.
Oh, most definitely. I
That's
said
hands
the
down.
next 2 years.
All I wanted, I asked you from the start. When do y'all think you're gonna win the championship?
The next 2 years, bro.
Okay, all right.
I bet y'all don't.
I ain't got to tell them that,
Purple baby. Where you at? Underground?
I ain't got to tell them that, Purple baby. Let them keep dreaming. Let them keep dreaming, people. Purple baby.
Marvin, you've been defensive because of the Bulls.
No, I'm not.
Where the Bulls going to be? Okay, where the Bulls going to be? Since you don't give a damn.
This is our 3rd year in a 4-year window. By next year, if not this year, the following year, we should win the championship. Period.
So Andre Drummond going to take you to the championship?
No. He's not in our plans. He's on a 1-year deal. No.
Okay, what about Vooch? Vooch going to take you to the championship?
He's re-signing. He's going to be a part of it. Yes.
Hey, hold on, Marvin.
So Vooch against AD. Who you taking?
Man,
that's AD, a slaughter.
I'm taking
AD will be arrested. AD will be arrested as soon as that game is over with.
Listen, I'm taking Vooch because he's going to play 76 games and AD going to play 33.
Oh, my God.
Hey,
that's a slaughter, Marvin. You know it.
Hey, Marvin.
Head to head.
That's prohibition. Hey, that's prohibition all over again. AD
I'm
versus
not lying. You know I'm not lying. You know I'm not lying. Both of y'all just talking. You know he's going to get hurt again. Y'all already know it.
I'm talking about head to head, Mars.
Go ahead, Purple baby.
Okay.
You didn't catch what A1 said earlier. He said that at 45 to 50 games for the Lakers, right? This season coming up, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And that they was gonna be the 5th seed.
Yes, ma'am.
So that means everybody underneath them gonna win less than 45 games or about 45 games, right?
Yeah. And I want to say this too, guys. When Russell Westbrook has another bad year, don't come on here talking about Russell making us lose. Please don't say that, guys.
Around 46.
Who was the 6th seed last year? Minnesota.
Yeah.
Was Minnesota 6 seed last year?
Yeah.
How many games did they win?
48.
There you go.
Okay, that's 2 games off, 2 or 3 games off. It's possible. You could be a 5th seed with that.
I wish I was looking at the chat because I'm pretty sure there ain't 3 people in the chat that agree with neither one of y'all.
I don't even know what the chat is doing right now. I can't see it either. My phone is not nowhere near me.
Hey,
They
that's
think
the
they
thing. Hey, but
delusional.
that's the badge we carry as
I
Laker
told you they all
fans.
think they're delusional.
That's the badge we carry as Laker fans.
And then Dex think I'm riding the Lakers. No, I'm not. I'm just asking y'all for y'all
No,
expectations.
you is riding the Lakers because you're trying to protect the Bulls. And we all know the Bulls ain't finna do anything unless
What do the
they
Bulls
get
have to
all
do
3
with
ball
what
brothers.
do the Bulls have to do with the Lakers? I'm asking you about the Lakers.
Okay, let's switch reels. Switch reels now. LeBron got his money. The Lakers are who they are. Carmelo Anthony is still a unrestricted free agent.
And he trash. So come on.
Who's trash? Ooh, you need to go wash your mouth out with soap, Purple Baby, because you got a dirty mouth right now.
Honestly, I wish Chicago signed him.
He ain't got no impact within the last couple of years. He ain't doing nothing.
Okay.
Okay,
I totally disagree. I totally disagree. I think LeBron James is very impactful. Now on defensive end, yeah, okay, I'll give you that. Okay, you know he's still.
I said Carmelo.
No, he's not a Laker. He's not signed. I think you're talking about LeBron.
Y'all realize that LeBron gonna have to.
But Carmelo's not trash still though. Carmelo's still not trash.
He is.
Carmelo can still average 15, 14, 14 to 17 points a game.
Unimpactful. It's unimpactful.
Purple Baby is harsh.
Yeah, she gonna wake up flight. That's all she gonna do. Talking about Carmelo Anthony.
I don't care.
Like
the last time his points mattered was before he left.
I ain't protecting no Carmelo Anthony. I ain't protecting him. You can do whatever you want with him.
OKC with Paul George and didn't do nothing and got mad because they wanted to bench him.
Hey, he ain't a Laker, so we talking about these Lakers. I don't, you put us in a 7-game series with a healthy AD and a healthy LeBron. Remember, guys, before AD got hurt, LeBron got hurt. We was up 2-0 against Phoenix.
And look, they got 2 serviceable centers. They got Damian Jones and they got Thomas Bryant. Those 2 serviceable centers.
Yes, Dex. We was up 2-0 against Phoenix.
I know, and AD got hurt.
Schroeder as our starting point guard.
And AD got hurt. Once AD went down, it was a wrap.
Yeah. Schroeder was our starting point guard. As long as we got a healthy AD and LeBron, we're in any game, in any series. Telling you.
Yeah. Hey, listen, that last year rookie Austin Reeves, he's going to be back. He's going to be stronger. He's going to be faster. He's going to have his trigger fingers ready, and he's going to be more confident than he was as a rookie because he played a lot. He played a lot down the stretch when LeBron eventually got hurt. So don't forget him either. Austin Reeves will be somebody you keep your eye on.
I think Scottie Pippen.
No, they different position. They different.
Point guard, right?
No, Austin Reeves is like a forward, ain't he?
Nah, he's a point guard.
Dude is like Austin Reeves? No way.
Man,
talking about THT.
Austin Reeves is magic with the ball, man.
But he's not a point guard though. I think he's a wing player. And they use him as a 3-and-D, but I mean, I don't think his defense is all there though.
Nah, he replaced Point. That was the whole thing. Russell got mad because they replaced him with Russ.
Yeah, I think Austin Reeves is a wing though, or 2. I don't think he's a point guard though.
I think he's our PG.
The what's name was a point guard last season. Cook, remember Cook was there. Bradley, I think Avery Bradley, they was still there. Remember they signed him back, but Avery Bradley didn't get no work though for some reason. I think Cook was there too, if I'm not mistaken.
Avery Bradley's a 3-D that can't play D no more.
But all I'm saying is that the Lakers will be better than it was last year. That's the only thing I'm getting at right there.
They're gonna feel it. Don't let us win it, Dex. Don't let us.
But it's a possibility. It's a possibility now.
Yes. And that's what
it's a possibility.
Healthy AD. Motivated, hear everybody calling him street clothes and man,
they laughing at him. They definitely laughing at him.
Yeah, he hear this shit.
Yeah, they definitely laughing at her. That's for sure. And we're gonna make them eat their words.
Oh, how beautiful would it be if Chicago and us met? Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, I don't think Chicago gonna be nowhere near there. They might make a second round. When Lonzo get back, they probably get
The
by the
thing is,
first
man,
round.
if I mean, in a 7-game series, like they can match up if guys is playing good, playing at the top of their game. They can match up with anybody.
The Lakers addressed the two serious needs in the offense, right, and the defense. They needed a center because AD wasn't going to really bang against with nobody, and they needed someone to control the offense without looking reckless and abandoned, and they have that because once AD come back, LeBron could be on the ball. Now
Right.
Russ can have the ball too at times, but LeBron could be on the ball, like really, really be on the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
we got to stretch 5. Got to
right,
open up the lanes so AD
yep,
can do his back to the basket work. You know what I'm
yep,
saying? Because your boy shoots 37, 38% from 3, so they got to guard him out there.
yep, yep. And this is why people feel that. See, a lot of people want the Lakers to be down. They just want the Lakers to be down. You know what I'm saying? For
Not the
some
NBA.
reason. No, well, not the NBA and a lot of but a lot of people who like hardcore fans of their teams, they want the Lakers to be down. They want Boston to be down. They want the Knicks to be down. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because people want the Knicks to be down because it's New York, right? Because it's New York, they want them down. Oh my God! Come on, man! Are you fucking kidding me? Some people out here driving crazy. Damn it, man!
I'm moving back to San Diego next week, man.
You know what? I was just talking to Far Vision. He's in San Diego now. He's told me he just moved to San Diego because he was down there at Coronado Island, and I was like, dude, you in a nice little spizzy right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm moving back home, man. My daughter let me have it.
Wow, that's crazy. Where everybody go? We don't have no foes.
I don't
Everybody
know.
bowed down.
That them Lakers that we talking about doing there, they got mad.
They got mad. I got up under their skin. That damn LA, man. Palm trees and beaches and it got up under their skin. You know what I'm saying? We don't have no locust problem. But nevertheless, though, A1 on a serious tip, though, I just believe the Lakers are going to be much better this year than it was last year. It was awful basketball we watched for the Lakers, and I seen them play against Brooklyn, right? Because I was protesting. I ain't gonna lie, I was protesting, and my girl loves Brooklyn, right? She loves Brooklyn, man. Everything Brooklyn, right? Brooklyn stand up, Jay-Z, anything that's Brooklyn, she with it. So when the Brooklyn comes to town, it's almost unnecessary that we go to that game. If we don't go to no games, we damn sure got to go to the Brooklyn Nets game. Somehow I got to muster up some freaking money to get us some good seats so she can see these freaking Brooklyn Nets play basketball. And she was doing that even with the Jason Kidd days of Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She just have to see Brooklyn and Joe Johnson and all them old dudes ain't gonna win nothing. And now that Kyrie and KD's there, James Harden, we didn't get to see them, but we saw James Harden was there though. You know what I mean? Kyrie was absent, of course, because you know the mandate and all that stuff that was going on. But I was just looking at the Lakers, and there was half of the game they was playing 4-on-4 basketball.
Yeah,
because
man.
Russell Westbrook was nowhere in the offense. He was damn near at the scoring table while LeBron and company was running the offense.
Yeah.
It's like, what I'm gonna do, right? I ain't gonna be no 3-point shooter. So what the hell I'm gonna do? So Russell Westbrook was taking his man out of the scope of the defense by being set off over by the scoring table. I had never seen anything like that before. A1.
Dex, before you, A1, look,
Oh, shout
A1.
out Uncle Bird.
Hey,
Shout out
what's
Uncle
going on,
Bird.
Dex? Boy, I love you, Dex. Hey, one, look, let me inform Dex about the problems going on out there in LA, man. Hey, Dex, that ain't gonna change, man. Hey, Dex, listen to me, man. Stop all that, please. West, but they got to do something with him. You know anybody want to get a $45 million contract with Dex? If you can find a fool out there that'll be able to do it, besides the Lakers, do it, Dex. But still, they ain't gonna win no championships. They ain't gonna win.
Only person I know that can take Russell Westbrook is Oklahoma City. But now with the Josh Giddey and Chet Holmgren, I don't know if they want to mix Russell Westbrook in with that.
I wasn't being serious when I asked that stupid ass question. I was being ridiculous because ain't nobody gonna take it, Dex. Not even Oklahoma City ain't gonna do it
Oklahoma
again.
could take it. They the one gave it to him. Shit.
I know it. What would it look like a fool go back and get it again?
He's a ticket seller in Oklahoma. But now they got Josh Giddey and Chet Holmgren. They might match Russell Westbrook's celebrity.
He's going to be a ticket seller in LA, whether you like it or not. And it ain't gonna work with the rest of them because it didn't work then. It definitely ain't gonna work again. Sorry, Dex.
Uncle Vern, I'm not disagreeing with you on that. But Darvin Ham says he has an offense that will work for Russell Westbrook's skill set. So that's something we have to see.
I understand. My point is this: Darvin Ham is a patsy in this whole thing. They got to keep the whole thing. The show is about the 97 some odd million that LeBron is going to be getting. Well, I'm telling you, I hats off to LeBron. I'm not stupid.
I know, huh?
Yeah, thank you.
You're not stupid.
Hey, listen, Russell Westbrook ain't finna sit up there and make it easy for the Lakers to get rid of him. You understand me? And he can't change his game, Dex.
No, Leopard ain't gonna change his stripes.
Yeah,
or spots.
So I don't see no championship coming about LA real soon. That's gonna be the Clippers, and I don't even see that. Sorry, Dex.
Well, listen. Oh, go ahead, A1.
Go ahead, A1. Yeah.
A1, you was gonna say something? Well, listen. All I'm saying is that we got 1 year to kind of cheese up the Laker fan base. Right. Maybe get to the second round or maybe Eastern Conference Final, but I don't think they have enough to beat Denver. Right now, I just don't see it. Denver's too strong in a lot of areas where the Lakers are weak, and point guard is one of them, and small forward is another, right? Right. Because they can go KPJ or Aaron Gordon, they can just switch them to small forward or power forward and have a major mismatch against most of the NBA. So I don't think the Lakers, according to my calculation, could beat a healthy Denver team unless Russell Westbrook play out of his mind or we get Kyrie at the trade deadline.
That makes sense. I can see that happening.
I think Golden State, listen, I would be surprised if Golden State get past the first round next season. Golden State will have to have a hell of a record so they can play a cellar dweller, one of them play-in teams. Yeah, they might get past them. But outside of that, it's gonna be really hard.
I noticed when you be speaking about the West, you always be saying Denver like Denver did something in the last 2 years. I mean, what?
No, Denver's been hurt. And if you can remember the year that Denver was at their best, they played the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. Right. And that was a six game. So they beat the Lakers twice. Just like Miami beat them twice. But by Denver beating them twice and Denver playing them 4 times that season, that was remarkable to me because I thought the Lakers were going to sweep them. You understand what I'm saying? It's different when they play Miami because Miami is one home, one on the road.
What was that last season or season?
No, 2020.
Oh, when Lakers won the championship.
Right.
Oh.
So that's the last time that Denver was whole.
That's the last time, right? That was the last time they had a whole team. And those same 2 players always be falling out at the end. You notice that?
Well, what's your name had a good playoff series. Murray. Murray had a
Murray,
good
okay,
playoff
Murray
series.
did. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought he was out again. I thought the other one was out
No, he's
again
coming
too. The
back.
younger,
No, they're coming back. KPJ, you talking about KPJ?
right,
Yeah.
right.
I keep saying
Okay.
KPJ is MPJ.
Yeah.
Michael Porter Jr.
Michael Porter Jr. And they both be at the season. They wasn't like that this season either. Wasn't both of them out the playoffs this year?
They was injured the whole season. They did not play. They had a whole season rest like Zion.
I thought so. I'm sorry,
But
Dex.
if you can remember when the Pelicans was playing Denver, MPJ was giving Zion and Ingram the business.
Yeah. Yeah.
He frustrated Zion.
Yeah, offensively. Offensively.
Yeah,
Yeah,
offensively.
He good offensively. You can't stop him too much.
That's what they need. Shit.
He can't stay healthy.
You put that with the Joker?
He can't stay healthy, Dex.
I know. That's what we was talking about.
And then in the series, he'll hurt you in the series because, like I said, he can't stay healthy. And then he got those series after that.
Michael Porter?
Yeah, Michael Porter Jr. Hey, Purple Baby. Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
Because listen, Murray, when he's on top of his game, you can't stop him. He's like a little Devin Booker, right?
Right, I
you
agree.
Can't really stop
He's
that
better
dude.
than Booker to me.
Yeah, he could be better than Booker, right? Because he got handled. Murray can dribble that ball.
Right.
And he's not no shorty. See, I saw Murray play live. I remember the 1 year that Murray and Lonzo got into it when Murray tried to dribble the ball around him when the clock expired.
Yeah.
And the Lakers kind of went off to fight him.
Right.
And Lonzo kind of like walked away.
Lonzo didn't won that game. They beat Phoenix.
No, that wasn't Phoenix. That was Denver.
Okay, I didn't see that game.
So Denver won that game. Denver won.
Yeah. Okay.
So that started a little feud with Lonzo and Murray, right? Two little light-skinned guys going at it, right?
Right.
But Lonzo is 6'6", and Murray's about 6'6" or 6'5", because he's taller than I
Murray
thought.
about 6'5", 6'4", 6'5",
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's tall.
Yeah.
Because I saw him up close, and I was like, damn, Murray's tall. I thought Murray was like one of them, kind of smaller point guards.
No,
I didn't know he was that tall.
He kind of reminds you of Booker, like you said.
Yeah, and so Murray was putting up numbers, but Lonzo got him good, man.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I was at that game. I got it live. I recorded a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I really got into Murray. And I was like, this dude got some game.
Yeah. That's
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand that. That's like when Lonzo got that 29 points against Phoenix. Remember, he got 29 points when the second game of the year.
You almost had a triple double. Yeah, you almost had a triple double.
Right after what's the name? They gave him the business at home when they opened up in LA. That next game they played against Phoenix. Boy, I'm telling you, that boy went out.
That was Lonzo's bounce back game. He always have a hell of a bounce back game in grudges games.
I'm gonna tell you what I love. That's what I love about the Dex. If he have a so game, he always come back. He always put it on himself just to come back. And usually when he come back, he performed, Dex.
Yep, no doubt. But yeah, so that's the only reason why I mentioned Denver, Uncle Vern, is because I've seen them play in person when they played the Lakers, and then I watched them a few times when I was watching the Pelican games religiously, and I see MPJ just giving Zion and Brandon Ingram the business.
Yeah, they can't stop him. They don't play neither one of them play. That ain't nothing to do because you remember, you got offense, you got defense in the league. It's real hard for you to have a defensive game that gonna stop anybody with these all-American type players, man.
Yeah.
Offensively. Defensively, hey boy, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Offensively, hey, good luck. And not foul out too.
Right, but see, and Vern, and listen to this about Denver. They had a whole season not playing with their starters, right? So that means the reserves this season is going to be confident when they come into the game. And I don't think they're going to relinquish too many leads.
Yeah, I hear you. That's what you think.
Come on, man. No, I don't think they're going to relinquish too many leads because they already played well without them and made the playoffs. Remember, Denver was a 6 seed. So they made the playoff with somewhat of rubbish.
And you know what I kind of don't like about the Denver and Michael Porter situation is like when I hear other fan bases talk about it, they'll try to diminish Michael Porter's importance to that team as far as his scoring and stuff. Like, I know the man can't play defense and whatever, but to diminish him as a scorer, it's just wrong to me. I understand he has a back issue. The Nuggets did too, and so did the rest of the league. Like, we knew this. They were reporting on it almost daily. I think all season, all that whole college basketball season, they talked about it almost every day about his back, but how good he was if he could stay healthy with his back issue.
Yeah.
Oh, the dude is silky, man. He kind of remind me of Keith Wilkes, aka Jamal Wilkes, because he's silky, man. His game is smooth and silky. It's like it's effortlessly.
He almost remind me of Grant Hill too, with that with his movement and everything else. Like you said, with his movement and everything, I don't see him as being as athletic as Grant Hill was then at that time. You understand? Especially when he was at Duke. Yeah, but he remind me of Grant Hill offensively. He remind me how you can just put that production on that offensive production, and like I say, you hard to stop unless you problem because he's long like that and smooth.
He has to pace himself, and Denver has to be very careful on how many minutes they play him. But he could play for a long time. But they just have to be careful. You can't put him in the front court because he ain't he's more of a 3 to me than anything. I know he's 16.
Right. I know. Yeah, he's a 3. Yeah. I agree.
So they just got to be careful.
But they got Aaron Gordon for the power forward.
Exactly. That's why they went and got him. I already knew that.
Yeah.
Protection, because he gonna need it. You want to put, with his back issues and everything, that man gonna be fine. As long as they watch his minutes and stuff like that, he'll be fine.
Yeah, and that's like I said, that's why I factor all that in, his minutes played, and I factored in the reserves playing starter role minutes and still holding serve to the point where they made the playoffs. I mean, they literally made the playoffs. And they made the playoffs legitimately. They didn't come to the play-in. You know what I'm saying? So
what?
I see it as a bastion of hope for the Denver Nuggets.
It's properly built team. But I'm going to ask you this, Dex. Do you feel with Philadelphia losing Danny Green, that'll be huge for them?
No. He didn't do that. I don't even think his name was mentioned one time in the playoffs.
No. He's a good shooter, but he ain't really no difference maker. Where did he go to anyway?
Oh, fuck. Where he on somebody's team. I think, where did he go? I'm trying to think. Is he still in the East?
Maybe the chat can help us out. If anybody in the chat post in the chat, we're discussing. But Danny Green, once he left the Lakers, I didn't have no more.
Green to me has always played that way. He's very hit or miss.
Yeah, I mean he had some crucial games in the Lakers in that playoff run, but it's just that he wasn't the same Danny Green from the Toronto Raptors. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's what I said. Toronto, he had to prove to Toronto.
But he stepped it up. Grizzlies. He went to the Grizzlies.
Oh, that's why
the Grizzlies.
Oh, okay, that's good. Grizzlies can use it. They need that outside shooting like that. They ain't got no shooting like that from the outside. The Grizzlies.
They got Dylan. They got Dylan and
Dylan ain't no shooter like that. Dylan more or less power up in the side stuff like that. He got that good side outside side.
Dylan can stretch it a little bit though.
Okay.
And they got the other guy too over there, Bain, right? Desmond Bain can hit it from the
Bain. They all need to improve their 3-point shooting now.
That's what I mean.
Right.
That's what I mean.
And I'm glad people is getting on Ja, because I wish people would have did that with Derrick Rose, back then. Please get a shot. I need you to do it today.
I know, but Derrick was so dominant though, man. It's hard, you know what I'm saying? Because just like Russ, same thing with Russ, right? Those two were just so dominant doing the things they do, it propelled them to be MVPs.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but let's even talk about LeBron in that standpoint. For him to be so dominant like he was, He should have been a better free throw shooter. I was
Oh my
hugely
God, that's crazy, right? His free throw shooting is like
disappointed.
throw up. It's like barf. Like, dude, how you shoot so horrible from the free throw line when you sit? Listen, if you see LeBron up close, the dude is a monstrosity. I mean, he's built like a freaking robot. You know what I'm saying? And he looks like he's real stiff, but he has a lot of fluidity with his game as well. You know what I'm saying? He got some wiggle with his game. But he looked like he's just stiff because his shoulders are square. His head is, his head looks like a robot. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's just the way he built, the way he moves himself. He got these long ass arms with these big ass hands. He don't even really look like a human. He looked like an Anunnaki. That's what he looked like.
All right.
And I was like, and I'm looking at this dude, and I caught myself just staring at him. You know what I mean? Like, this is fucking LeBron James, and he doesn't even look human.
Disappointed.
He's got this long ass chin. Face look like a pharaoh.
Even with Giannis, to find out Giannis was like that too, I'm like, God, for the games that y'all play, it's no excuse. Y'all need to be better at the free throw line. I hate that. That's one of my pet peeves. How you so dominant in the mid range and in the post, but you're a terrible free throw shooter.
Shaq was the same way, right?
Yeah, and I was disappointed with
Only
Shaq.
person that was really dominant like that was that shoot good free throws. You had Karl Malone shot good free throws sometimes, but you had Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley was a real good free throw shooter.
He had a poor percentage too.
Yeah, I thought he did.
Remember what his percentage was?
Yeah, Charles Barkley.
No, he shot good free throws. No, Karl Malone, yeah. Oh, Kevin Garnett, he had a good free throw percentage.
I said, did he?
I'm not really sure about Kevin Garnett. I think he was, he was average. I mean, he was like probably in the high 70s.
Yeah, on the 60s.
No, he said Kevin Garnett.
Yeah, Kevin Garnett probably was in the 62. He wasn't really no heck of a free throw shooter.
Oh, you said in the 60s?
Yeah, he was in the low 60s or 60s, so what the 60s, if anything.
Okay, I thought it was
crazy,
a little bit over 50.
That these guys ain't good free throw shooters.
I know early on he was a horrible free throw shooter because I remember they played the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals and he missed those couple of free throws that could have got him a game.
Right, especially when pressure's on the line. Pressure be on the line, you know what I'm saying? Hey, well, I'm telling you.
Yep.
They tried to make, but listen, I understand that too. They tried to make Lonzo to be out of bed free throw shooter, but this season he proved them. Last season he proved them wrong.
No doubt.
He stepped that percentage up on that free throw line, purple baby.
Yeah, he did that.
Did. 3-point percentage and all that. He just stepping up. See how he be stepping up stuff decks. I'm gonna tell you, that's what winners do.
Lonzo's been proven every year, so I don't know what people, that's why he's secure where he's at. Only thing he got to do is remain healthy.
Right.
And if he remain healthy, he's going to thrive. And then it's going to be harvest time for Lonzo.
Yeah, and don't listen to the haters.
Because honestly, Lonzo is developing that
little. Yes, ma'am.
It's like I don't know if you call it a mid range, but it's like that little pocket area where it's like maybe like 7 to 10 feet. I don't know if that's considered mid-range.
Yeah, that's mid-range.
That's mid-range. Yeah, he's developing a nice little shot right there over guards, though. I'm not talking over big men, but over guards, he turn around and kind of kick his little leg out a little bit.
Yeah,
hit that little shot right there.
Right, exactly. Yep, and I've been working for him. He did it a lot last season. He's gonna do a lot more this season too. I agree with that, Dex.
Yeah. So he gonna come back with that bionic knee, and it's harvest time for Lonzo. It really is. I think he should feast on these smaller guards that's floating around in the East. The Trae Youngs of the world. Who else we got over there? We got Tyrese Maxey. We got I don't know who. No. Patience got some big guards, but but all those little guards that's over there, he should terrorize them. You know what I mean? He should make them feel uncomfortable. Anytime that he has the ball, those guards should feel very uneasy. You know what I'm saying? And they should be begging for help. Help. And when that start to happen for Lonzo, and then he go ahead and dishes off that pass, oh my God, the Bulls is going to be
You know,
crazy.
Dex. What I noticed, especially since people started saying it lately about Donovan Mitchell and everything too. The NBA found it real hard to put two players in the backcourt. You understand me? Under 6'3". You understand me? They found that real hard because Portland did it when they did it with Dude. You know what I'm saying? They had them two dudes. You know what I'm saying, in the backcourt. They were
Yeah, the Dumars and
successful.
the Thomas.
Yeah, right. And then they were successful when really they wasn't successful when it came down on the defensive end when they had to play against bigger guards. You understand me?
Right.
And even with McCullum and with Dude too, it's like they two
Yeah.
offensive juggernauts, but still they lacked it when it came
Yeah,
down
they
to
couldn't
that.
guard nobody.
So then I look at it like this: when what's his name, Donovan Mitchell, when New York do get him, you understand me? Is that going to be a problem? Him and Brunson in the backcourt, you think?
Well, I don't think
Yes.
it'll be a.
Yeah,
See,
I
well,
think so
okay, go
too,
ahead,
Purple
Purple
Baby.
Baby. Go ahead, you explain because I think I might have some contrary
Here's
takes. But go
why.
ahead.
Here's why, and this is what I was trying to stress to people. Jordan Poole, right? He's Golden State sixth man. Now he was arguably on a way better team than Brunson. My thing is we have to be very careful as fans when promoting these guys to six
Shout out
man
to Basil
men
Carpenter Jr. for the $10 super chat.
Shout
and
out.
promoting these young men to a starter position when they've spent the majority of their career on the bench for a reason. I don't think Brunson is a bad player. I think he's a really solid player. But when I look at him, I'm looking at him thinking, okay, can he be better or just more impactful or matter like Van Fleet does to the Toronto Raptors? I would say no. Same thing with Garland. Although Garland has the benefit of having two good superior big men on his team that's right now better than Randall and Mitchell Robinson together. So when I'm looking at that, I don't see what other people see when they say, oh, they made the improvement by getting Jalen Brunson. Yes, it's an improvement, but he's really a scoring six man at the guard position. I think that's where he flourishes. I'm not saying he cannot play make, but that's just where he flourishes. And I think that's a temporary fix until they can get a stable and more sustainable point guard. I don't think he's the long
Okay,
term
well,
answer.
okay. See, now this is where we part ways at. What makes you think Jalen Bronson, coming from the Dallas Mavericks, that experience he had over there, right? Watching Luca do his thing, helping Luca do his thing, and even Jalen Bronson doing his thing in the absence of Luca in
Right.
games that mattered most to that franchise, right? How do you think that it's not going to translate over in a
To
New
New
York
York.
Knicks uniform?
And you
That
think
that I don't understand.
and why would you think he
Okay.
why would you think he's a hot why you think he's a six man? Why would you because he played six man there, even when Luca wasn't there, you understand me? He was playing first round. He was good. He was doing it. So why would you think he'll play even less over in New York? I don't get that, Purple Baby.
I didn't say he was gonna play less. I'm. It's. I'll tell y'all this. He'll be like Terry Rozier as a starter, except for he's gonna be a better playmaker. I'm trying to tell. Those are guys that give you 500 ball. They're not like when you look at everybody that starts. Ben, I will say this once again. Van Fleet, as solid as he is not even the best player on his team. You have to have somebody else. And Randall is that somebody else. It's just that Randall cannot be your first option.
I
You're
agree.
still talking about arguably maybe, I guess it's going to be what? RJ's first and then Randall's second. I'm okay with that. But
Wait, no,
it,
Jalen is first.
Thank you, Dex. Thank you, Dex.
but that's the issue. Do you think as far as a scoring point guard goes, let me see. Uh I don't believe in him as a scorer like that. I think he's a solid 18 to 21 points per game guy. But if you really needed him to go score for score with somebody like Trae Young, he's losing that battle every time.
I'm glad you mentioned Trey Young because I was just about ready to bring his name up. So you feel that that Trae Young dynamic, how it works with Atlanta, it won't work with New York, because that's what Jalen Brunson's going to try to mimic. He's going to try to mimic that type of play. But the only difference is that the New York Knicks play a better brand of defense than the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah.
So
they give you credit for that.
And right. And Dex, this is the main thing about Bronson too. What he gonna do instead of shooting threes like Trae Young be doing, he gonna most of his maintenance points gonna be going to that basket, and he's very good and efficient around that basket area.
Yeah, and he'll pull up. See, pull up
he ain't got a problem. And then if they let him get Donovan Mitchell too, he can do the same thing.
Now, see if they get Donovan Mitchell, now they'll be tacking like what do you call it? How you tacking the arrow, where one come from the left side, one come from the right side, and then they meet at the free throw line. I forgot whatever that's called. But when you got two dynamic guards like that, that's what you will want to have. So so you can't have a weak side and a strong side. You're just gonna have a balanced side,
right?
Because you got one can attack, right? Exactly.
The ball gonna move anyway, so you got to attack from all sides. And then, like she just said, Randall. That's your third option. Because 9 times out of 10, them two are gonna be your first option. Randall and then Duke and Purple Baby. I'm sorry to tell you, but JR, what's his name? RJ, what is his name? He ain't gonna be starting.
RJ Barrett.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be starting if they get them two guys.
Well, somebody got to go, right? If they get Donovan Mitchell, somebody got to go.
Thank you, Dex.
No, but somebody got to go though. Purple Baby. They can't keep Randall and RJ.
Yes, they can.
If they was acquired Donovan Mitchell.
If Randall does leave, he's not going to Utah. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, I agree with the Dex. I don't think they're gonna trade Randall. They're gonna hold on to anybody. It's gonna be him. So I don't think they're gonna really let Randall go, because they're gonna need him anyway for the six man and everything else on the bench, coming off the bench and all that. He really gonna have to be there.
They might not have a choice though.
Say it again.
They might not have a choice when it comes to acquiring Donovan Mitchell, holding on to Randall, because Randall, that contract can alleviate a whole lot of BS to bring Donovan Mitchell over. They might not go to Utah. It might be another team involved, a third team involved.
Man, but ain't nobody gonna give no more than 4 or 5 first round draft picks. That's what Utah want. You know it like I know it. Ain't nobody can do it but New York.
Well, I think the commissioner, listen, like I told y'all before, listen, I'm only speculating. I do not have no inside intel on this, but I just read the fine print and I read between the lines. The commissioner is appalled that Rudy Gobert got those many first round picks from a team, right? Man. And you got Kevin Durant trying to leave. So if Kevin Durant leave and try to get a trade, those 5 first round picks turn into 7 or 8. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
And that's going to ruin the whole freaking game. Like, dude, really? Like, Minnesota was some dumb people, but they're trying to sell a team. You know, Minnesota, them guys up there trying to sell a team, and hopefully Magic and somebody go and buy them or whatever. But they're trying to get out of there. You know what I'm saying? And they wouldn't have that problem if not Minnesota,
Utah. And Utah trying to, and they also trying.
Minnesota trying to sell too, though. They was trying to sell, maybe not now, but at one point they was trying to sell that team.
They trying to tank. They trying to tank right now for good, because you know what? I thought they got Wade. I thought Wade was a part on there up in there too. If I'm not mistaken.
He's a minority. I mean, like a minority owner.
Yeah, okay. But Utah trying to tank. They ain't gonna tank with Donovan Mitchell on the team. They ain't gonna work. So they got to get rid of him. He got to go somewhere.
So you said Danny Ainge got something up his sleeve, huh?
Danny Ainge is a crook. He a crook. Danny Ainge is a crook. He was a crook when he was in Boston.
He's a Mormon. I mean, that's his people up there. He went to BYU.
Hey, Dex, don't be surprised if whatever he trying to cook up ain't gonna work and they gonna get rid of him.
So Danny Ainge's gonna do whatever it takes to make Utah a relevant team. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? He's done a lot for that state as an athlete.
What state? The state of Utah? He never played for Utah.
No, he's a Mormon.
Oh.
So they do their missionary things, stuff like that.
Right.
That's Utah.
Right. Well, You see how Boston ran him up out of there like they tell Charred and Feathers. Boy, I'm telling you, that's Boston. They Charred and Feathers, they ran him up out of there. You see how they did it?
Yeah. But see, that's why he was in Phoenix. He was the general manager in Phoenix. Remember that?
I know every time everywhere you go.
General manager. Phoenix is a Mormon city too. A lot of people don't know that, but Phoenix is a Mormon city. That's
I already know. And he didn't succeed when he was in Boston. He didn't succeed when he was when you just say he was. He ain't gonna succeed over in Utah. But they're gonna rebuild in Utah. Utah, they gotta go through that rebuilding stage. So that's who you want to get somebody a scapegoat. Danny Ainge is a scapegoat. He was a better basketball player. He really wasn't all that playing basketball. He just played with the great Larry Bird. Sorry, Danny, if you're listening.
Well, he did decent for BYU, didn't he?
He did what now? Where?
He played at BYU, Danny Ainge. You know, he made BYU relevant during the time that he was there.
Oh, I would say you're right, because I ain't never heard of BYU since he left there. You Dex?
No, you ain't never heard of BYU since he left there.
Brigham Young University.
What about Robbie Bosco? You got Robbie Bosco from BYU. You got Steve Young from BYU. You got some players that came out of BYU now.
Steve Young for the 49ers?
Yeah, BYU.
I didn't know he played at Brigham Young.
Yes, sir.
Right. All right. Well,
Robbie Bosco, wasn't Robbie Bosco Heisman Trophy winner?
He was a bum. I know it. He was a bum, man. He was on steroids too.
He said he was on steroids.
Steroids too.
My homeboy played at BYU. Tony Crutchfield. That's my homeboy. He played at BYU. Him and Paul Pierce. I mean, not Paul Pierce. Paul Pitts.
Is that university still open? Is it still a BYU? Or
still BYU. Pac-12. Still BYU.
I ain't heard about it. Like I said, I ain't heard about it since there. I heard about it. I forgot all about it.
They made some noise a little bit. Like a few years ago, they beat Alabama. Remember that year they beat Alabama?
What, football?
Yeah, football.
Okay.
Sure did.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, they had some good players to go there. Yeah, and I kept up with them because, like I said, two of my homeboys went there out of Pasadena. We went to rival schools. We played each other in high school football, and I didn't know where those dudes was going. I didn't even think they was that good to me. But a BYU shit, they was up there balling at BYU. Paul Pitts and Tony Crutchfield.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think what's your name was there too. Matter of fact, Marcus Robinson. Yeah, I think Marcus Robinson went to BYU. Played for the Houston Oilers.
Okay.
Defensive back. Yeah, right. I think all of them went up to BYU together. Paul Crutchfield and Marcus Robinson. Yeah. All American. You know what I'm saying? So BYU was making some noise for a minute. Then they kind of fell off.
Yeah, that cattle, they got lost.
Yeah,
they got lost. LSU did the same thing for a minute too. A lot of teams.
Oh, you talking about the football?
Yeah,
that
football.
But that was Saban team though. Saban got them LSU boys out there playing hard, and then he went to play. He went to go coach in the NFL,
right.
And then it didn't really turn out that good.
Yeah.
And then Orgeon. Come from USC, he went over to LSU and won them a championship with Joe Burrow.
Okay. Good, Joe Burrow.
But yeah, like I said, I just believe that the Lakers going to be better this year than last year. I'm not saying they're going to be world beaters or anything to that nature, but if things go right and we can acquire a Kyrie Irving at the trade deadline for the second half of the season, oh my God, the predictions will change. Vegas will have them so up in the front running that you will have to pay negative money to try to win positive money.
Okay.
To try to steer you off them Lakers, if that was the case. And that's the only thing I'm banking on. I'm banking on a healthy AD. I'm banking on a trade at the trade deadline because a lot of stuff got scrambled. Commissioner telling everybody to bag up. You know what I mean? The league is getting out of control. Inmates running the asylum, and we don't look like we're doing the fans a service by having all these players trying to leave and teams trading away their whole future and 5 first-round picks. You never saw stuff like that. At most, you get 2 first-round picks, and that's it. 5 for a guy that has yet to win anything? I mean, that's not Kareem now. I understand Kareem got traded for, like, what, 4 players in a first-round pick or something like that back in the day? I know Charles Barkley got traded for a bunch of players when he got traded from Philadelphia to Phoenix.
Hyperbole. What's that word? Hyperbole. Is that I'm saying that word right?
Yeah, hyperbole just means that you just talking shit.
Thank you, Dex. Look here. If you ain't never seen a good player get paid for those 2, 3, 4, 5 players, Dex, you ain't been watching NBA basketball. Ain't no good player gonna get traded for no 1 or 2 good players or no first round picks, Dex. Are you crazy? No good players get a whole lot.
No, they got traded for players though. They didn't get traded for draft pick. If you go back and look at a lot of those players got traded, the Wilt Chamberlains, the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the Bob McAdoo's, what's another boy? Charles Barkley. I'm talking about in their heyday.
Yeah, Moses Malone.
Yeah, Moses Malone. Yep, Artis Gilmore. Don't forget Artis Gilmore.
I agree.
A lot of those players got traded for
players, not draft picks.
Right, not draft picks.
Yeah, I agree.
Because the draft picks represent your future.
Exactly.
So I think Adam Silver's like, come on, man, you guys getting ridiculous with this. Y'all playing Monopoly.
Dex, it's like I was telling you before a couple of weeks ago. I see what they do. Dex, I see what they do. They want to do like Philadelphia did. Philadelphia got all the picks. And then when Philadelphia wanted to get somebody, they want to take the picks like poker chips and just deal them off like that. You understand me? It ain't the
Philadelphia got their picks because of wins and losses.
Right. But they got their picks through the process. The process was we go lose until we come up and win.
Right.
So by the time we doing that, we gonna get this round pick, Ben Simmons, and
trade this guy. Right.
Yeah. So that you see how that process worked out. Now they gotta go to another process. Everybody got a process around here. But the main thing is to get as many good young players as you possibly can and get some votes. I mean, not votes, but what's the name? Get draft picks. So that way, if you get the draft picks, you could deal them the first round draft picks, you could deal them off. That's how you do it.
All right. But yeah, so only thing I'm just saying is that whatever process you got, cool. But the commissioner, he's saying right now, basketball, if we don't stop it as it is currently trending into the trash barrel. Because you got players that not want to be committed to their contracts. You got organization promising players, if you come, we do this, we do that. These backdoor alley dealings, that's illegal. You got people just tampering all over the landscape. You know what I'm saying? They're not even waiting. They're already cutting deals when they're not supposed to. They're not respecting the rules and regulation that governs the league.
Right.
So even the oligarchs, a lot of times, this is why you can't even listen. The media would lambaste the players in the past based on the owners holding up the end of their bargain. But a lot of these owners not even holding up the end of their bargain.
Yeah, I know it.
You know what I'm saying? Even the oligarchs are running rampant and being going rogue when it comes to the rules and regulation that governs the league to keep fair and balanced competition. So they can't talk about the players because they would have ridiculed these players into oblivion for acting the way they're acting, because a lot of these players are becoming professional pestilence. And Adam Silver just have enough of it. Like, nah, man, we got to back this up. Everything stop everything. You know what I'm saying? Because we got sponsors and everybody is paying this big money. The NBA is on the uprise. You follow what I'm saying? That uptick is like they getting up there with the NFL and things of that nature. A lot of players are so global, it's ridiculous. And the player power movement basically originated with LeBron, basically, you know what I'm saying? And but I stand to be corrected. it's getting out of control. And now the pendulum of power is trying to switch back to the commissioner.
Right.
You know, how David Stern was.
Okay. Well,
David Stern was Stern.
You had made mention about David, well, not David Stern, but the commissioner they got now, about him
Adam
not
Silver?
being right, Adam Silver, about him not being happy with that Rudy Gobert situation, about all them picks they got for Rudy. But dig this though, Dex. Look, they're gonna get just as many for Donovan Mitchell, but that's not the point though. You have to realize this. Utah put themselves in a position, you understand me? They could have stayed pat, just like the Nets. They put themselves in a position. They said we just gonna rebuild. We just gonna go that way. Unless them teams really ain't doing nothing like that, B. And then they got two real good players, a very good defensive player, one of the best in the league, might I say, and a very good offensive player. But they wanted to get rid of them just like nothing.
But the thing of it is, Vern, is that Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell could not get along. So it had to be a severance between the two. And they chose Donovan Mitchell over Rudy Gobert. But then once Rudy Gobert left, it seemed like Donovan Mitchell probably like, listen, I don't think we're going to be really that good. So I want to leave too. And that's when all hell broke out. And Dwayne Wade started moving furniture.
Okay, I didn't know that. I'm saying? I didn't know that. I knew they was that.
Yeah, he was profusely using profanity because he couldn't believe in that meeting that Donovan Mitchell will open up his mouth talking about he want out when all they did was coddled him, protected him.
Yeah.
And now you want out?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
well, like I said, Utah, they should get Keys ransom for him. If they can get 4 for Rudy, get 5 for Donovan.
And Utah's playing it slick because they gave up Rudy first to get everything from Rudy.
Right.
Now, what you got to get for Donovan, you got to get a little more than what you got for Rudy. So
I would think, yeah.
Danny Ainge is a smart guy. He's a smart-minded dude.
Right.
Let Rudy go first. Let's get all the apples we can get for Rudy. And then when we unleash Donovan on the landscape, we should have a treasure trove.
Right. How far into the future you not? How long you think it's gonna be before they be relevant again in the NBA then?
Well, Utah, if they get rid of Donovan Mitchell?
Yeah, well,
probably 10 years.
Yeah, okay. You right.
A team like Utah would take 10 years.
Yeah. Same way we used to. They up in that same Houston might be a little bit better off today is about her.
Well,
Houston ain't nowhere.
The only thing, Houston, they not, they don't have, I don't think they have the winning players. So Houston have to get a couple of winning players, and their fortune would change because Houston is a nice city to live in. Texas, you don't pay no state tax. Only thing you do is pay federal tax. You follow what I'm saying? So you can save a lot of money living in Texas.
Yeah.
So that's an attractive destination for conservative people who just don't want to be opulent with their financial ways, being in cities like LA, Miami, New York.
Right. Oh yeah.
So I just think Houston, they're gonna have to trade some of that youth away. I think Detroit too. Detroit, they can't keep that youth. They're gonna have to trade some of that youth away to get some winning-minded veterans to play with some of their franchise players. You know what I'm saying?
You think Detroit willing to do that, or you think they're gonna stay pat and deal with what they got?
No, Detroit is willing to do that because that's a franchise who is stoic. They have history of being champions.
The reason why I asked you that, reason why I asked you that about Detroit is the fact of this: they just got rid of Grant, and he's one of their best veterans that they have. So why?
But Grant is not a winner, though. That's the key.
What veterans Detroit gonna get this winners?
I don't know just yet. I'm just saying, I'm just talking about as the years unfold. They ain't finna do nothing in no time soon.
Right. But
as the years unfold, that's what they're gonna have to do.
Yeah, cellar dwellers like that, like Charlotte.
Because that's what Detroit did. Listen, remember, the Detroit Pistons was losing after the Isaiah stuff.
Yeah.
And Dumars. and Benny Johnson, they were losing.
Yeah, I already know.
Until they start augmenting their team with their youth, like the Tayshaun Princes of the world,
Right.
and veterans that were winning, like the Rasheed Wallace, like the Chauncey Billups,
Right.
like the Ben Wallace. You follow what I'm saying? Those type of players. See, when you get players like that, they might not be world beaters, but they're winners. They won something on their previous team. Rasheed Wallace going to Western Conference Finals. Chauncey Billups get his little his playoff runs in Denver. And then you got what's the old boy name? Ben Wallace. You follow what I'm saying? Doing his thing up in Washington with Juwan Howard and those guys, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
So they put him in Detroit with the Tayshaun Princes and the Rick Hamilton, and look what you got. Shit, you got your championship. They could have won 2. They took Spurs to 7 games. They gave Spurs everything they can handle.
Yeah.
So that's what I think. That's the type of formula Detroit needs to probably recreate. You know what I mean? Recreate that magic with some spiffy, unafraid young players, and I think Cade Cunningham is that type of mindset. He's not afraid. And then with some nice, savvy vets that don't mind playing a role and stand in their lane to help that team and them youngsters get over the hump.
Like Grant.
No, Grant is not that type of player.
Why you say that?
Grant, because I'm kind of familiar with Grant. You know what I'm saying? I know his family.
He's the best player Detroit had. I mean, what do you mean he's not that type of player?
Well, Christian Woods was there. Christian Woods was a good player.
Christian Woods is what that's when he went to
Andre Drummond was there. You talk
about Christian Woods before he went to Houston or after he left Houston?
No, before he went to Houston. That's where he made his name in Detroit.
He didn't do nothing in Houston.
No, he didn't do nothing. I think he got hurt in Houston.
Yeah.
But Andre Drummond, he was in Detroit, so
he a bum.
You think not while he was in Detroit, he wasn't.
That's what I mean.
He took him to the playoffs.
Okay.
Even Blake Griffin, don't forget that.
This one thing, I think when Grant go to another team, he's gonna be very successful wherever he go to. I can't say the same thing about Christian Woods, and I sure can't say the thing about Andre Drummond.
Christian Woods listen. If he got his head on right, because Christian Woods can flip out on you. Okay.
Yeah.
West Coast kid, he can flip out on you.
Yeah.
But if he got his head on right, he's good. Now with Grant, now it's like I know his people, right? Matter of fact, I dated one of his aunties or cousins at one time. She was a high school standout. She was very popular. You can Google her. Angie Grant, John Muir High School.
What'd she play?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she was a high school standout. I think she got a scholarship with UNLV. She got in a car accident and she messed up her knee. And that's when me and her start seeing, seeing stars in each other's eyes. She hurt her knee and she had to come back, and she never played basketball again. Now, me and her used to play one-on-one all the time, man. It used to be so funny because she played aggressive. For a girl, this girl was aggressive, and she's taller than me. She's about a couple inches taller than me. I'm 5'8". No, wait. No, she's 5'9". I think Angie's 5'9". But nevertheless, yeah, she was a very aggressive basketball player. And if she didn't hurt her knee, man, she could have been in that WNBA when it flipped off. She had another high school player that played with her that was All-American as well, things of that nature. Those girls for John Muir that year, they won the basketball championship as well as I think they won basketball, football, and male basketball. I think they won 3. I think the football team won. I think I know Stacey Augmon them won. Stacey Augmon, Wayne Womack and them, they won. And Angie and I forgot the other girl named Teresa, I think her name is. They won. They went undefeated. I think it was the first time in either the first time in California or first time in USA high school basketball, the male and the female team went undefeated and won national championships, if I'm not mistaken. John Muir High School. She was a part of that team. And so she's kin to the Grants, Harvey and Horace. She
Right.
came to them Grant, and there was another Grant named Michael. There's another Grant named Michael Grant. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? And I think he was good in high school, but I don't know what he did in college. He didn't make it all the way up. And they were their cousins, so yeah, they're connected. They got family in Pasadena, or they had family in Pasadena. I don't know if they still stay there or not.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah, they used to talk highly about Horace and
Harvey.
Harvey. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like that. I like Horace Grant game because he played with the Bulls, and I like the Harvey game because he was married with his brother Horace. So they was
Right.
cool.
They was down there in Clemson,
yeah,
South Carolina.
they was legit NBA players. Legit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
legit NBA players. Yep. And I think they both made an All-Star, right?
I don't know about
Horace.
Harvey. I know
Yeah, Harvey
Horace
made an
did.
All-Star with Washington, I think.
Okay, I
The
wouldn't be
Washington
surprised.
Bullets,
Yeah, I
if
wouldn't
I'm
be
not
surprised.
mistaken.
Yeah.
I think he made an All-Star team. So I
Yeah.
think they might have been the first brothers to make an All-Star team. Wait, no. Did Albert make an All-Star? Albert King?
Yeah, Albert. No, I don't know. I don't know about Albert. That's what I don't know. He could have made All-Star. He could have been All-Star though too. I wouldn't be surprised when he played with New Jersey.
Yep.
Yeah, he could have been the All-Star there.
Well, if that's the case, then that might have been the first All-Star tandem, right? Harvey,
Right.
Bernard and Albert. They might have been the first All-Star tandem brothers. But I know for certain, if my memory served me well, Harvey and Horace made All-Star teams.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I can always go back and look it up and see. But yeah, I wouldn't be
Because
surprised.
I think Harvey made an All-Star team before Horace.
Like you said, he did it with Washington, with the Bullets. Because I know he played with the Magic. I don't know how. Matter of fact, Horace played with the Magic after he left the Bulls. Where did Harvey play? Harvey played with
he went to Magic. He went with Shaq. He played with Shaq and Penny.
All right, but Harvey.
And then after that, he played with the Lakers.
Okay, I got you. Right, so did. I got you. Yeah, Harvey played with the Bullets and then probably somebody else, but he was good with the Bullets.
I think he played with the Bullets. I think maybe Atlanta.
Okay. Yeah.
That was crazy. Yeah, those brothers both made All-Stars. So you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, Lonzo and Melo gonna be the next ones to do it.
Yeah, so this is Lonzo's year. Like I said, it's harvest time for Lonzo. Let's get out there and get it, man. You know what I mean? It's ready. The field is ready.
Yeah.
All you got to do is just be healthy. With that bonding knee, man, just be healthy and play like the Lonzo of the Lakers or the Lonzo of the early Pelicans. When Alvin Gentry unleashed you, Lonzo, when you was averaging almost 25 points a game for like a stretch or something of that nature.
Yeah.
He had a nice little stretch when he brought him back off the bench. Remember, they benched him, then they brought him back off the bench. And Lonzo went on like a 5, 6 game, 7 game stretch where he was killing. And I think Brandon Ingram got hurt in that stretch because Zion was definitely out. He didn't play in that. He didn't play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think Brandon Ingram got hurt a couple of games in that stretch. And it was just Lonzo out there. And Lonzo was holding his weight.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that part. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
so we need to see that again.
Yeah. Oh, you see that with Chicago. He wrote more than his own with Chicago. He got more of an opportunity to do so. He got more of a role to play in Chicago than he did with the Pelicans, believe me.
Well, the first year with the Pelicans, it was good for Lonzo because Alvin Gentry just gave him the ball and said, "Let's go, son. Let me see what you got." But Lonzo was deferring to Brandon Ingram a lot. So, can't blame Alvin Gentry for that.
Well,
because Zion was out. Remember, Zion was out for that season.
Well, you can't back Lonzo for being a pass first point guard. He's just doing what he do.
Yeah, but it's one thing being a pass. But listen, it's one thing of being a pass first point guard. But it's another thing when you have to hold the mantle in scoring because your rookie sensation is out. You couldn't depend on no, that wasn't Kyrie Lewis that year. You couldn't depend on Frank Jackson and Nico Millie and Kendrick Williams. You can't depend on them guys to bring in buckets for you. I would give JJ Redick. Of course, JJ Redick was cool that first year, but second year he was like Purple Baby said, he was booty water. But yeah, he was letting Frank Jackson get off. Etron Moore. It was these unassuming players seemed like they were just doing a little more than they should when Lonzo was only supposed to yield to either Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson. That's it. You don't yield to no Derek Favors. No, you don't do that. Because Derek Favors is not that type of player like that.
I
All
agree.
I'm saying.
I agree.
So Lonzo, for some reason, on that first year with the Pelicans, I gave him a kind of a pass because he was culture shook, right? He was in culture shock because he goes from LA, where everybody's cheering for him, to New Orleans, where people kind of like, I don't know, to the point where they was like, nah, we don't want Lonzo. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he should have just tore up the joint. Because the Pelicans, where are they going? They're not going nowhere. They at one time they was hanging with Memphis for the 8th seed, right? Remember that before the pandemic? They was hanging with Memphis for that 8th seed in Portland. It was Memphis, Portland, Pelicans. And so when the pandemic hit, the Pelicans got a second opportunity on life by being invited to the bubble. But when they got to the bubble, oh my God, it was disastrous. And then what Lonzo say? Lonzo said this right here, paraphrase. Check my stats next season. He tweeted that out, right? Tweeted out something similar to that. And so next season that was his best year, right? That was his best year as an NBA player. That next season. And he did that while he was doing that point Zion garbage. That's the worst thing that you could have done. And nobody's even blaming David Griffin for playing that point Zion, and then Zion got bad feet and he ended up hurting his feet and he had to have surgery. Nobody's not looking at David Griffin for that because they're afraid. Them people down south, they're afraid to look at David Griffin like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a few. I won't make it a blanket statement, so I'll take most of that back. A lot of people down south, you live on this side of the tracks. You know how it is in New Orleans. And we live on this side of the tracks. And don't you come bothering us, or hell will follow. You know what I'm saying? So when David Griffin running his point Zion crap, the mentality of them is, well, let's see what he do. I mean, you know, that is David Griffin. It's like, oh my God, what in the world is this dude doing to this young man? And that's what we get. We get a whole season where Zion had to have surgery, and no Zion. He's pissed. You know, I'm quite sure he was a little sore about Lonzo leaving too, but more so, you know, his injury and he being overworked like an old mule. You know what I'm saying? Like an old South Carolina mule. And that's why he's like, you know what? I'm taking a year off. I'm getting my body right, and we're gonna have to renegotiate when I get back. And so to save face, they gave that boy all that money.
Hey, boy, I'm telling you, I ain't mad at him. Hey, boy, I'm telling you, get it how to get it when you can. Don't pull no gun on nobody and rob and stick them up. Yeah, if you ain't got to do all that, get it. I'm telling you, just get it. I love it. Boy,
no doubt. And now they don't even answer. And look, they don't even answer CJ McCullough calls. CJ McCullough be trying to get him on the phone. They won't answer.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, right. Get what's the name? Right. He ain't even, right. I wonder how that go turn out this season.
Jessica keep telling me it's an inside joke for haters. I don't think it was an inside joke. I think the Pelicans, official Pelican page now, tweeted out Brandon Ingram answered those calls. Because remember I told you guys, I know you guys, that everybody always accused me of capping, but they don't know. I'll be having some sources. And a lot of times there's a space in these players' contract from this date to that date where there's this off season. And when it's called off season, that's what it means. This is my time off. I'm not punching the clock. So I don't have to deal with you if I don't want to. Because contractually says that from this date to this date, there's no communication. Don't have to be no communication, no forced communication. And a lot of players play that to the hilt. If I ain't got to talk to the organization, I ain't talking to them. I'm with my family. I'm with my friends. You know, I'm taking care of my business. I'm watching my finances.
Right.
I'm checking my accountants. Shoe with
Right.
you. I'm not.
Right.
I'm
Just
dealing
like
with my own personal business.
right with that. That's usually a time when players be going on vacation and stuff like that. So them having to jump back up and go back to the facilities and do something they obligated to do. If the team want them to be obligated to do, they don't have to do that. So they'll have to be demanded or fined anything for not doing those things because that's their vacation time, and it should be
Exactly.
that's their free time. No,
And that's what I was telling people. Yeah, go ahead.
in the NBA, I'm sorry, Dex, but they did in the NBA. Real ministers, though, the NBA will get you like this too. They'll put it in your contract and everything that you don't be out playing no basketball or whatever, so you don't get hurt or anything like that. Because if you do get hurt on your free time, we ain't gonna pay you for it. Or maybe I'm
Exactly.
mistaken. What do you think?
No, that's true. But I don't know if they put so much basketball in it because, you know, basketball, that's the industry that they're in, you know, the entertainment industry, sport industry or whatever. So that is a continuum of their profession. So I don't think they would ever tell you you can't play it. But I would say they would say no high risk activities.
Right.
You know what I mean? Doing
Right.
a NASCAR, doing motorcycle, you know, anything with a motorcycle, or maybe some boating, depending on boating. Yeah, they could be in yachts, but maybe speed boating and stuff like that. Maybe not so much. I know I seen Lance in a Lamborghini boat, car boat, but I don't know what his contract's like. I don't even know if Lance is signed. Matter of fact, Lance is not signed. I think Lance is an unrestricted free agent, so he can basically do what he wants. You know what I'm saying? But those under contracts, you don't normally see them engage in high risk injury activity, like walking
Right.
a wire. You know what I mean?
Right.
Top wire, things of that nature. Juggling chainsaws.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't get, you know, they don't get into those type of activities because that's what happened
But
to
I
the
know.
boy on the Giants when he cut off his thumb.
Yeah, but I noticed one thing you don't do, Jackson. Like with some of the games they be having, like the, you know what I'm saying, it's easy for the players to be getting hurt in those type of games. But the NBA, well, not just the NBA, but those teams that they play for, lacks a little bit on letting them play in other places. You understand me? Because, like, say, for instance, with not Michael Jordan, but with LeBron. Remember when LeBron played with that game with the Julian, that one game? Just say, for instance, he got hurt. Just say, for instance, he got noticeably hurt in that game.
Yeah, because
But
he
that
don't
would
have an
just
extension.
right. But they would have signed him anyway. If
So
he'd
he
have
took a
probably
$50
broken,
million
if he had two
chance.
broken,
They would sign him anyway.
but then you right, I agree. But if he'd have got two broken legs in that game, he'd still decide that extension. They want him to sign. They need him to sign that extension.
Mm-hmm.
They don't need him to win another championship. They need him to be the face of the Lakers. Period.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I keep trying to
They
tell
need a
people. You're right
face.
about that.
Yeah. LeBron did already. He got his championship with them. Everything else gonna be gravy on the cake.
Right.
Everywhere LeBron go, he get a championship. Remember that. Yep. If it ain't gonna be double just one, he gonna get it.
Yeah. So again, like I said, a lot of those contracts, you know, they have some funny wording in them and things of that nature. But
Right.
you know what a lot of players do? Like, say for instance, I'm gonna mention my boy Stacy, right? You know, Stacy was a first round 9th pick. I think it was a 9th pick, 7th or 9th pick overall for the Atlanta Hawks, right? Stacy's a basketball junkie. If he's not playing himself, he has his camp, you know, the kids and all that type of stuff. Now, say for instance, if he twists his ankle, right? We out there playing basketball and then he twists his ankle. Do you know he won't report that injury until he goes to training camp, and then training camp he'll twist his ankle, like, oh shit, I twisted my ankle.
Yeah.
And then they will have to pay for it under their insurance, because that's when their insurance kick in.
Yeah.
And his contract remains intact. So a lot of times they report injuries in training camp. That's why you hear all these injuries. He came to the training camp, or he got injured. You're like, damn, how the hell he got injured? Training camp just started. Because a lot of times they don't report. Right, they don't report it. But if they investigate it, if they find out you had a car accident or something, and you just got banged up a little bit, and you're trying to wait till training camp to report it, oh no, that's not gonna happen.
Right.
All I'm saying.
Yeah.
But if you just like playing a little something, you get a little nick, a little this, a little that, you can, like how dude got his thumb cut off, right? Old boy from the Giants, the defensive lineman from the Giants, Osamora, or something like those. Remember him?
Yeah,
he was trying to get paid. Yeah. I think he had a M80, right? He had an M80 in his hand. He was trying to throw it, and it exploded in his hand and took off his thumb. That wasn't no football.
That wasn't New York. That was Dallas.
No, New York. The New York Giants. Yeah, New York Giants.
Okay.
Yeah, New York Giants.
All right. I thought one of the players on Dallas team did that too back in the day, maybe about almost 10 years ago.
It could have been so.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the one for the Giants. John Pierre, I think his name was. John Pierre.
Oh, yeah, it is Pierre. Okay. He was with the Giants. I thought Pierre was playing with Dallas. That's what it is. My bad. Yeah, it is Pierre. He the one did that. I remember when he did that. I think his thumb or something got
his thumb had to get taken off. He still played the season.
Big deal about that.
Yeah. But I don't think the NFL insurance covered him. I think he had to pay that out of pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Because of those injuries. And the same with Jay Williams when he got on that motorcycle crash. I think he had to sue.
He playing with the Bulls.
Yeah, he had to sue the Bulls.
Right, you're right. He did. He had to sue to get that. And that's why the NBA had him. That's why the NBA had him like that. Had him on, talking, with all of those stuff. But yeah, he did right by doing it. He wasn't a heck of a basketball player when he was with the Bulls anyway. But he didn't play ball.
He had a hell of a college career. He did have a hell of a college career.
Oh, he had an all right college career.
No, he had a hell of a college career.
Well, he had an all right college career because he played
Player of the Year, national champion, outstanding player in the tournament, All-American. Shit.
Name the players that he played with.
But he got the award, though. They didn't.
All right.
He had a stacked team. I ain't gonna lie. I hated that because he beat my Arizona. Well, he wasn't my Arizona, but Arizona Pac-10. I think it was Pac-10 at the time. Arizona Pac-10 played him in that championship game, and Arizona had the game won, and Duke came back. That damn relentless ass Jay Williams just wouldn't quit, and was taking it to him, going through the free throw line. And Lauren Woods and all them, they couldn't deal with him. And old boy Wright, was it Eric Wright, center or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had that was a hell of a game. Richard Jefferson, Luke Walton, Gilbert Arenas. Yeah, they had a hell of a team. And Duke had a hell of a team.
Yeah.
Because actually they wasn't even supposed to play the Arizona Wildcats, right? The Lou Olson Arizona Wildcats. Because really Maryland beat them. The Maryland Terrapins, they actually beat Duke, but they cheated them people, man. Gary Williams, Maryland Terrapins, with Steve Blake? Yeah, Steve Blake and LaRon. What's that dude name? LaRon Prophet? Lonnie Baxter. And what was the other dude that went to the Clippers? Wilcock. Yeah, Wilcock. That team, man, they had Duke beat, man, and Duke, they let Duke come back towards the end. Referee calling all the more bogus calls for Duke, and they ended up beating. Because I just already had my hat for Maryland and Arizona for the national championship. Because I think the year prior to that, was it the year prior to that? Maryland beat Duke? I think the year prior to that, Maryland beat that Duke team, if I'm not mistaken.
Who did Maryland have?
Like I said, they had LaRon Prophet, they had Lonnie Baxter, they had Wilcock. I can't remember Wilcock's first name. They had Wilcock, they had Steve Blake, and they had what what was that one dude? They main dude. What is his name? He played with the Washington Wizards. He got drafted by the Washington Wizards. Was his last name Jones? Was it Jones? DeJuan Jones? Was it DeJuan Jones? I think his name was DeJuan. DeJuan Jones. I'm not mistaken. He was a main player.
Only player I remember out of them name was that Blake dude, because I remember Blake played for the Clippers, if that's the same one.
No, Blake. I think Blake played with the Lakers. No,
Okay.
you talking about you talking about the other Blake. No, I'm talking about Steve.
Okay,
Blake.
Bet. I'm talking about different
white
one.
dude.
Bet.
Yeah, white dude. That Maryland team was tight, man. It was a good team.
Yeah.
They ended up winning the championship too, though. They was like knocking on the door. They had Duke won, and they ended up losing the game in the end. A couple of turnovers by Steve Blake, and then some cheap fouls they put on Wilcock and Lonnie Baxter. And so Duke ended up pulling out.
They still had that coach that been there for 1,000 years already. What's his name?
Mike Krzyzewski.
The top of this coach. What is that? The therapist coach.
Gary Williams. Gary Williams was coaching. He was the coach. Yeah. Gary Williams. He's a Hall of Famer. Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. I'm talking about the coach that when Lynn Bias was there. That's what I was thinking.
Was Gary Williams the coach?
No, it was another coach.
It might have been another coach.
Yeah, the Turp,
Maryland
Terps up there. They had what's the name? This one man, he's been there so long, it's pitiful then at that time.
Right, yeah. I think I know you're talking about, and Gary Williams took over for him.
Yeah.
I can't think of that coach you're talking about. I know you're talking about. Yeah, so that Arizona team that Jay Williams beat was a very, very good Lou Holtz team.
Yeah.
And he ended up getting outstanding player of the tournament, collegiate player, the Wooden Award. He won the Wooden Award. Listen, he's decorated. Jay Williams is decorated.
Yeah, I know.
He's a little guard.
I knew it's contenders when he came to the Bulls. See, I didn't like the Bulls anyway because I was with the Bulls organization, and I really didn't want to. I knew when they drafted Jay Williams, he wasn't gonna be all that in the first place. But then he got hurt before he even played the game. I think he might have played the summer league game or something, but then he got hurt. But I didn't expect him to be all that for the Bulls because of the fact that listen to me, because of the fact that in the NBA and in his height is 6'2", ain't gonna work real good in the NBA. Right. But
because you didn't have a bunch of tall guards then. You had the Penny Hardaways. Who else you had then? You had the Kobe Bryants. You had Tracy McGrady. Who else was a tall guard then? Rashard Lewis.
Yeah.
Turkoglu. You had Turkoglu's tall guard.
Yeah.
Who else was a tall guard then, man? I'm trying to think. Because would you put Vince Carter as a guard, or was Vince Carter forward?
No, you put as a forward, small forward. Yeah. At that time, Smitty.
What about Larry Hughes?
Larry
Hughes about 6'5", right?
Hughes was what? He was what? Third, he was 3.
Larry Hughes? I thought he was a shooting guard.
I don't know. I thought you were talking about the Hughes of another Hughes. What's his name? He used to play at the University of Illinois. But he had to play the pros too, but I forgot. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, Larry Hughes played at St. Louis University, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, bet. All right, bet. I heard that name.
It was another dude that was a tall guard. That was good. What about Gerald Wallace? Wasn't he a guard?
Gerald Wallace. Oh, you want to play for Boston?
Did he play with Boston? I know he played with Charlotte.
Gerald Wallace. Yeah, okay. Gerald Wallace. Okay, right. He played with Charlotte. That was Charlotte there. All right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so you had some tall guard. I know it was more. I just can't think of it just right off the rip. But I know it was some more tall guards at that time. Oh yeah, Fresh Prince at Crawford. Yeah. Yeah, he was a shooting guard. Gilbert Arenas. I don't know how tall is Gilbert Arenas. About 6'3". I think Gilbert
About
Arenas about
6'3",
6'3".
6'3",
Yeah.
6'3" at the most.
Yeah, I don't think he was a tall guard. He was like 6'3". Let me see. I know what some more tall guards. I'm just missing them, man. Let me think of those teams at the time. Red. Yeah, Michael Red.
Yeah,
Michael Red was a tall guard, right? Or was he a
yeah.
small forward? He was a shooting guard, right?
No, he
About
was a
like a
shooting guard. Michael Red
six
was
shooting
when
guard.
he
Yeah,
played with the Bucks. He was a shooting guard.
yeah, shooting guard. So yeah, he
Yeah.
was a tall guard. I'm trying to think. Denver, did they have a tall guard? Because I don't think Robert Pack was tall. I think Robert Pack was about like 6'2". So I can't remember that Denver team. They had a tall guard. Oh, but New York had tall guards. You know, they had Steve Smith and Allen Houston. Both of them were tall guards.
Yeah.
Steve Smith was like 6'8", running the point.
Yeah.
Jason Kidd is about 6'5", right?
Yeah, 6'4", 6'5".
So yeah, he had a few tall guards. So yeah, it would have been a little rough for Jay Williams, right? Because he had to come up against a lot of tall guards in the league. So you might be right. It might have been a little rough for Jay Williams.
Yeah. In the NBA anyway, you know what I'm saying? Being successful with the Bulls like that, you understand me? It ain't like you gonna be holding that spot down. But you never know because he got into the accident. Once he got in the accident, everything changed. So you never know. I don't know how that worked, how would it work. I didn't see too much out of it though. I guess evidently the Bulls did because they got him in the first round. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Damn, that's a trip, man. I'm trying to think of going through those teams. You're right. It wasn't a lot of tall guards, man. I mean, tall guards is kind of rare when you think about it, right? When you go down the list, back in that era, late 90s, early 2000s. Now, shit, it seems like everybody's trying to get a tall guard.
Well, even though you go in the late 90s all the way up to 2000, when Wade came out, he was one of the tallest point guards, and because of his athleticism too. Derrick Rose, because they was to a certain extent 6'3", 6'4", but they could jump out of the gym. Derrick Rose, what, 6'3", 6'2", could jump out of the gym. The athleticism. What's the name?
Exactly.
The one that we talking about now. They used to play for the Bulls. The one that got hurt on the motorcycle, he didn't have athleticism.
Jay
like
Williams.
that. Yeah, he didn't have that kind of athleticism. He wasn't jumping out of the
No, but
gym
he could
like
shoot though. He could shoot. He can dribble. He was like a little weasel out there.
Okay.
Because he could shoot anywhere on the court. He could shoot the three. He had a little midi game, but he can just dribble and get like closer to the paint and pull up on you. That was his main thing. Dribble and then pull up. Create some space and pull up. And he was hitting that shit, man. He was hitting it in college. So you know he's going to hit it in the pros. He's got a little beside himself.
No, he just got hurt on that motor. He got hurt on that motorcycle, and he found a way to sit up there and get paid in the NBA and not play a game in the NBA because it's.
But that's what I'm saying. He got beside himself getting on that motorcycle, like, dude.
Yeah, right. You right. There you go.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
He wasn't supposed to do that.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I think his leg is still hurt right now today.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would be surprised, but he did a lot of damage to it. He was hurt for a while.
Yep.
Yeah, and it was like they knew he wasn't going to be able to come back and play again. It was still that he wasn't going to come back and play. It wasn't like you faking.
Right.
Yeah. They knew he wasn't going to be able to come back and play again. Lucky to be alive.
Exactly. Yep.
Yep.
When you go down the, is that Belize?
You know it, my boy.
What
Shout
up,
out to Belize. I saw you in the chat for a minute.
My guys, yeah, man.
You look like Marvin is here too.
Yeah, I just want to say shout out to the chat, shout out to the panel. You know how like to come out here. But I wanna share something with you guys, man. I had a little nice, interesting day today. If y'all don't mind, like I wanna
go for it.
Yeah, I wanna share a little time. I took my little brother to Rucker Park today, so that was cool. So Bone Collector and Tracy Morgan, they was having a one-on-one game. Well, not a one-on-one game, a tournament game, a celebrity game kind of thing, and it was pretty dope. So I got to meet the Bone Collector. I got to chop it up with him. I got to meet his son. His son was playing out there in the tournament. It was pretty dope, man. They had white chocolate out there. It was pretty cool, man. I brought my drone out, so I got some nice footage. So
Oh
shout
wow!
out to Flight Sports. You know what I
What kind
mean?
of
They
drone
don't
you
have.
got? You got a Maverick?
Nah, I got
Mavic?
the mini. I got the mini two, the DJI
Okay, the
Mini
Mini
two.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got the little small handy there, and you get the job done, 4K and all that
Right.
shit. So
Right. Yeah.
I just went out there though, just to like get some little, nice clips. You're not really supposed to be shooting out here in New York without, the
Uh huh.
license and all that stuff like that. So I had got it like I came in through the media, through the media team. So I got to get some nice footage of this stuff. So, Flight Sports gonna have
Yeah,
something
that's
real,
dope.
real, real dope for you guys soon. So
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what's
I just
up.
wanted to share that with you guys, man. Like Bone Collector got some stuff cooking, man. Yo, bro, man, he told me not to speak on it, but man, boy, man, it was nice to hear it, bro. Just know them Ball brothers is cooking. Just know they cooking. They cooking.
Cool, man. Cool.
Yeah, yeah.
I already think I know what you're talking about.
Nah, I know. But I do. But I also wanted to
It's gonna
say
be
though,
spicy. I can say it's gonna be spicy. It's
yeah,
gonna be
very
very entertaining.
spicy. Yo, bro. Oh
Yes.
man. But I want to say though, I do want to chime in on this topic that's the topic of the Knicks, of course, with Donovan Mitchell. So I read a report that they was like they're not interested in Julius Randle and they want RJ Barrett. And I
Wow.
wouldn't be the first to say, you know, I feel like if 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 they gonna take that leap and give up RJ, they better hold on to some of those picks. I don't feel like they need to give up no picks. I feel like if they giving up RJ, I feel like RJ is kind of like somewhat enough. Like unless they
No,
take
it's
this.
not.
Well, yeah, I know that. That's what I was gonna
It's a
say.
slick. It's a slick move of Belize. I'm telling you. If they want RJ, that he hasn't even been signed, right? He's
Right.
still under
Right.
his rookie contract, so his money is low. So that's what they really want. They want those picks from the Knicks, because if you give up RJ, you have to give up picks to compensate because the contract don't match. But if you give a Randall, at least Randall takes a chunk out of the contract with Donovan Mitchell, and maybe you don't have to give as many picks, or you could throw in a couple other players. So yeah, they think they slick asking for RJ, who's young, and you can
Yeah.
get picks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's where for me it's like, yeah, I don't like that part because but I would say though, as a Knicks fan, I would say Brunson, Mitchell and Randall, if they gotta give up RJ, I feel like they could build a nice core with that three. And they could build move forward. Well, I mean, especially with not Donovan now, Mitchell Robinson at the center. And they could plug maybe what's the guy name what's the guy
Mitchell, Mitchell.
From Duke, no,
Oh,
from
oh,
Duke.
oh, oh, Cam Reddish.
Cam Reddish, yeah, they could put Cam. I like Cam Reddish. I don't know why I like Cam Reddish at the wing. I like Cam Reddish. I feel like he could really be a game changer. But I like OB off the bench, and I like quickly off the bench as well. So, and I feel like they could do it, that route. But I don't know, man. I love RJ in New York, man.
But listen, no, Belize.
Okay,
You getting an all-star, right? An
yeah,
all-star. Not only is he an all-star, he know how to handle being a franchise player, right?
right.
So you get an all-star, a former franchise player, and you getting a one of the top tier scorers in the NBA. And you telling me you don't want to get rid of RJ Barrett for that?
Can I chime in on this one, guys?
Yeah, go after Belize.
My only part with that part is like I said, I'm not gonna take too much on it because it's tough, man. But it's the picks, bro. They want RJ and the picks, bro. Like,
Yeah.
nah, bro. Like, nah, bro. You can't, nah, bro, nah. because I feel like the picks we can still use that now to continue building the team. You know what I mean? And if they get no, I don't like all that. I don't like all that. But it's yeah. But go
Please,
ahead.
you ever thought of this? You ever thought of this?
Go ahead.
You know, Danny Ainge is a shrewd operator,
Mm-hmm. Yes, he
and
is.
you got to watch his moves.
He will fleece you.
Now, listen to what I'm going to tell you, please. Danny Ainge really don't want RJ. RJ's contract is coming up. He's trying to get away from that. I believe he might have said these things just to make the Knicks decide to give up on Quentin Grimes. That's who he really wants. He wants Quentin Grimes, and the Knicks don't want to give him up. Listen, the Danny Ainge don't want to have another contract that he's going to have to sign. RJ is due for a contract extension.
Yeah, yeah,
You
he
know,
is.
he don't want that. He don't want that. He want those picks and young players that are already under contract. Now, you might have heard that he said RJ needs to be included in this, but Danny Ainge is a slick, shrewd guy, man. Now, if if you think about it, if he say one thing and you guys say no, 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 then he say, okay, well, give me this guy, and that's who he wanted the whole damn time. You can think about that. Now, I'm not sure. I'm just speculating, but earlier talks on this deal was that he did not want RJ because of the contract extension that's coming up. And I can understand him because if he's in a rebuild, why? But I guess RJ could be considered in that rebuild also. So he might have changed his mind. And I'm with you. I would not give up RJ and all those picks. I mean, to me, and to Dex, he don't want Randall. He's not taking Randall. He's not going to take
Yeah,
Randall.
he don't want Randall. He don't want
He
Randall.
don't want Randall. I can tell you that now.
Yeah, he don't want Randall.
This RJ thing, if I haven't read reports that he was wanting RJ on this one, but if he is, I don't know, man. I mean, think about this, please. And think of
I'm
what I
not
just told you
mistaken.
about RJ.
Stephen A. Smith also came out with that report as well.
Okay, well, listen to this, please.
Yeah.
If you don't give him RJ and you end up giving him Quentin Grimes and the picks and you keep RJ, you got to get rid of Randall to be able to
Yeah.
sign RJ next year.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
So I mean,
I
you
agree.
pick your poison on this one.
But that's why the deal gotta go. You gotta take Randall, man. But then
He's not
you
going to take
can't.
Randall.
Yeah,
No,
but
Randall
then
needs to come to
yeah.
LA and you guys get back Russell.
I'm not biting for
Just
that.
well, I'm telling you
Ah,
that's more of a reasonable thing, no Dex. That's all I'm saying.
I don't need
Because
Russell and Brunson and all that
no,
now.
Russell won't play for the Knicks. He won't play not 1 minute for the Knicks. They don't want him to play. They just want him to dump their contract. The deal is this: the Knicks trying to keep space. Now, their whole motivation was to make sure they satisfied RJ. That's why it blew my mind when I heard you say that he wanted RJ in this deal. I don't know, man. I mean, you get so many rumors. That's why I very seldom even comment on the rumors because they change every second, every 5 minutes, every day.
Nah, right. You're right.
So
You're right.
you really don't know, man. But I can tell you this: he does want them picks. Now he wants them.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, he's definitely into those picks. Now, and if everybody think that Utah is going to be real bad, Danny Ainge is building something for the future. If he can get this done, he's going to have quite a few picks. Next year's draft class is humongous, guys. They got some
They
real
say
good
that every
talent.
year.
No, no, no. This time is real, Dex. They got some real good
He said
talent.
this time is real.
No, seriously. If you just bring it
But
up on
this
your
draft
phone and
class,
look at the draft class.
do you think this draft
Look at
class
the
was
draft class.
gonna be good?
Yes, it's going to be excellent. And
This
not only that, you got big time free agents coming at the end of this year. So
That's true.
you got a lot of stuff, a lot of moves that can be made. So that's why Charlotte is sitting on their hands. I mean, quiet as it's kept. They need to just play this year out and then have this money and then look for free agents at the end of the
Please
year.
do not bring up Charlotte in aptitude.
Well,
Anything
I'm just
dealing with
saying.
aptitude, my God. What
I mean,
makes you
but
think
this,
all of a sudden that the Leopard going to change their strike,
well,
their
I'm just saying,
spots?
Dex,
I just want to say something though. Since you
this year
brought
is
up
done.
Charlotte real quick, it's only right I bring up my guy LaMelo. He got some sneakers dropping on Monday, all black. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Wow.
Jesus take the wheel.
They milking this metal thing, huh?
Them MBO ones, all black. Oh, back to school kids. Oh my gosh, kids, go get them. Go get them. Go get them.
How much are they?
125. Like as
That ain't bad.
always.
That's
That's
not
a
Yeah,
bad.
good
if
prices
you
for
can
the
get them on time, 125. But
yeah. Online right now, a size 14 is going for $4.99.
What?
Yeah.
yep.
It's a fucking car payment.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh man, listen.
You gotta get them while they hot. They only gonna give you opportunity. But they probably have 150 regular price shoes. Then after that, those going to the rest of shoes going to the
And you
merchants.
ready for this one else too, guys? Guess what else? Foot Locker's not getting them. And then remember, there's only one Puma store in the world, and that's only in New York City.
Why Foot Locker not getting them?
They not gonna have them. From what Puma said, they not gonna have them. In the adult size, they only gonna have kid size.
They don't have kid size.
They only gonna have kid sizes in Foot Locker.
Oh,
They're not gonna
only
have
the
adult
kid size.
sizes. Yeah.
Got you. Okay.
And the Puma store itself is not only gonna have adult sizes, which is weird.
Wow.
The site, the Puma site, I'm sorry, is only gonna have adult size. The store
So
is gonna have kid sizes.
okay. So do Foot Locker have his other shoes in kid sizes?
Yeah, they have all the shoes in kid sizes, which is weird.
Cool.
They don't have the adult sizes in Foot Locker.
Gotcha.
Why wouldn't they have the adult sizes? What's
That's
up
what
with
I
that?
be, bro. It'd be crazy, bro. It'd be crazy.
But them kids be buying them. I mean, the parents be buying them kids shoes like crazy.
Yeah, the kids sell out. Like the kids, like it's really like infant sizes like left in Foot Locker. Like it gets sells out like, right away.
Okay, yeah,
like right
the
away. They get
middle
sold out.
teams.
Like you could probably get like maybe like one or two sizes and like maybe it depend on the size. Like, but they sell out quick, bro. They sell out quick. I was at the game at Rucker today. A girl had on the NBO ones, you know. I was out there with the Rick and Mortys, you know how I had to do with them. You know, I had to let them know, you know, yeah. Yeah, you know, them kids was like, hey, you kick, you know, I know.
Please, I wish you were on the panel yesterday, because with me and Sky was taking up for your Knicks. I had a couple of people believe. I know that you are a Charlotte Hornets fan also, but they were really considering Charlotte to be better than the Knicks, and I don't agree. You know?
No. I think I chimed in on that one. Or I think I chimed in on that the other day, or one of them nights for sure. Because Knicks right now, they roster currently is definitely better than Charlotte currently.
Yeah,
and that's with my boy LaMelo. That's for sure.
The reason I was trying to express it is, if you lose a Miles Bridges, you can't be better. I know LaMelo's going to get better and do better things, but you're losing a lot when you. And then they're unsure about Montrezl Harrell also. I mean, they haven't picked up anybody. They haven't replaced anybody. So I just don't think they're good.
And then like the only thing that I can say the X factor right now is Gordon Hayward health. Because if Gordon Hayward comes right and he's coming in with the mindset of, no, this is your team, LaMelo, I'm gonna just fit in. And yeah, I believe that could possibly work because he's a pass first. He can knock down the shot. You know, he's not like a liability on defense, not, you know, bad. Like he helped out on defense respectfully, so I could see, you know, where he can help. But if they trying to run the ball through him and run plays, that's not it. That's not gonna work.
What you think about the first game on ESPN being the Knicks in Memphis this year? That's your first game of the season too, Belize. In Memphis.
I know, because I don't work that day, but I'm saying, oh man, that's tough.
Hey man, listen, you know what? Because I right after you answer that, I'm gonna tell you something. I was having a conversation with a guy about the Bulls, but I did want to get your take on that. Listen,
well, I would say Memphis. It's gonna be a home opener for Memphis. Like it's gonna be a party. Like let Memphis turn up. It would be nice to see Knicks go in there and crash the home opener, but
that's right, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's that for sure. You know, I'm all the way with that type of energy, regardless of the fact. But I'm not gonna be out saying just sitting here, be like, oh yeah, we're gonna But
here's the motivation. Here's your motivation. You got their first game is on the road against Memphis. You got a 3-game homestand after that against Detroit, Orlando, and Charlotte. If you win that first game, you possibly can start the season off 4-0.
Of course. I could see that. And then especially if they could get this deal done with Donovan Mitchell and, get the team running in that in that direction, yeah, they could definitely get it done. But I think
Yeah,
either way
man.
though, I feel like, it could go up because Memphis is gonna come out. They're gonna actually be trying to like maybe do too much. Knicks is probably gonna be well synced. And it could be a good game. It's gonna be a good game regardless. It's definitely gonna be defensive. So we could expect that. It
Yeah.
will be
And I also
interesting to see
wanted
the
to ask,
roster. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I also wanted to ask you about your Christmas Day game. Is it is it always, I thought the Christmas Day game is always in New York.
Yeah, it usually is, and it's not in the Garden.
It's in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Um,
You sure it's not a typo?
Well, I'm looking, wait, and you know what? And the way I'm looking at it, because it might be a typo, because this says 128 ABC at Brooklyn. But I guess that's the Christmas Day game they give it.
No. They playing what's your name? Philly. They playing Philly in the Garden.
Yeah.
That's their Christmas Day game. That Brooklyn game might be the next game after the Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't even got it on here. You're right. Because that's what I was thinking. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, that's right. They are playing Philly. They don't even have it on here. I'm looking at
I was
their
about to
schedule.
say, no lie. Before I was about to say, oh yeah, they ain't trying to give us our Christmas money
Oh,
this
okay.
year.
That's
That's
an
what that was.
ESPN game. I'm sorry.
I
That's
was
right. That's an
just about to
ESPN
say that.
game.
I was just about to say,
Oh,
wait, they ain't gonna give us Christmas money this year? That's crazy.
yeah. And then, because the
Yeah,
panel was asking the other day, why does it?
we get doubled on that day, so we need that
Yeah, and
Christmas Day.
the panel was asking the other day, why
And
does
the
the
Knicks
Knicks?
got the record for the most appearances on Christmas, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that too. We got
tradition,
all of that
tradition.
going on, so they ain't gonna break that record.
But I did want to throw this in to you, Dex and Bleeze. I've been checking out the Bulls schedule, and did you guys know that the Bulls have the toughest schedule of any playoff team from last year? The toughest. They got the toughest schedule this year.
But
They actually have. It's only two teams in the NBA with 6-game road trips. The Bulls are one of those. The Bulls have
Who's the other
15.
team?
Denver. I think it's Denver or either
Ooh,
Spurs.
Denver.
Yeah, but we was having you wasn't on the panel the other day, Dex, and I want to get your take on this. What do you think about back-to-backs? Are they tough or are they easy to overcome?
No, they're tough.
Yes, very
Back-to-backs are
tough.
tough.
And 5 games in 7 days, tough.
Tough.
Yeah,
That's a grueling schedule.
And
yeah.
six
And the Bulls are
road games on the road.
yeah. That the Bulls are one of the only 2 teams with 6 road games in a row. And man, oh man, I mean they got a.
Who are the road game? Who are the opponents?
Let me bring their schedule up right quick. They got some tough.
Why you do that?
Why they doing the Bulls so dirty like that, man?
Why you do that
Man,
though?
listen.
I want to chime in with this.
They mad because they stunked up the joint in the first round.
They've been. I don't look for no excuses, Dex. What I feel like this. They first game of the season against Miami. We can get that stigma off our back from the start if we can win that game about beating top teams. And just be road warriors. Let's go to work, man. We need to go to work. Hey, it is what it is. We got to play the schedule. So we got to do what we got to do. 15 back-to-backs are tough. That's going to really test our bench because somebody's going to need rest.
Is that the first half of the season or second half?
I'm bringing them up. We got 12 back. No, we got 8 back-to-backs in the first 2 months. I'm bringing them up now. So hang on one second. Okay, now I'm going to the 6-game road trip first. And you know that obviously that 6-game road trip is the West Coast swing, which makes it even harder. But look what they did to us. The reason it's a 6-game road trip is because they started us off on the road against Milwaukee, then Oklahoma, Utah, Phoenix, Golden State, and Sacramento. Now, at least they didn't put, who else is over there in the West? Denver in that road trip. But they gave us Milwaukee. I'll say it again. Milwaukee, Oklahoma, Utah. And Utah is not as tough as they used to be, though. Phoenix and Golden State, then Sacramento. So it's 6 games in a row. But anytime you go on that West Coast swing, man, It is early. It's we started on 11/20, so it's not late in the season, which helps us a little bit. And then believes to you, here we are with the Knicks again, home and home games. But here's the deal with you guys. You guys come to Chicago on 12/14 and play us, and then you play us again in Chicago on 12/16. What is up with that? 2 home games for the Bulls against you guys back to back. I don't understand how they
So that's
even
how the
schedule
back to
that.
back goes, though. Most
No, it's
back to
usually
backs
home
going
and
to be.
home. It's usually home and home. These both in Chicago.
No, that's what I'm saying. To stop the travel. Remember they cut back the travel last season. Was doing that.
But that don't make much sense though, Dex.
Yeah, they was doing that last season.
But
Teams to
nah,
stay
that's
over
cool.
for the
That's
back to
cool
back.
in a way, but then that's kind of like a little bit
That's
in
a
like that
disadvantage.
baseball. That's kind of like in that baseball kind of vibe where they getting like a series going, where they doing 2 games in their arena. Like that's kind of like respectfully, nobody want to see them play the Knicks twice
Yeah,
in
to me that
Chicago.
all right,
But
here.
it's the back to back. That's why it's like that, because they want to cut down on travel and things of that nature for the
Nah, I
team.
get
Yeah.
it, but yeah, but they could have had another team come
come
play
in.
and
In
come in.
between.
Yeah,
Right. But then it's not a back to back though, if you think about it that way. But here's what I'm getting at, Dex. They got a back to back with Cleveland. We play in Chicago next, and then Saturday, and then Monday we go to Cleveland and play Cleveland.
Yeah, but
And then
that's just
here's
right
another
down
one.
the street.
Okay, but here's another one. Let me get to it. We got the Sixers.
Cleveland is what,
We
about
play.
150 miles from Chicago?
No, it's more than that. It's more than that.
Not too
About
much more than
300.
that.
Yeah, about
No,
300.
ain't no 300 miles from Chicago. Cleveland? No.
I don't know
Not that
exactly,
far.
so don't quote me on that. But then we got another one at Philly, and then we come home and Philly play us again. So those are home and homes. So they ain't looking at travel too much there.
Okay, say
They,
that again now.
we play in Philly on the Monday, and then Philly play us our next game in Chicago on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
So reason I'm saying it, you saying they're trying to cut down on travel. They only did it to the
Right.
Knicks at 2 home. I believe that's a disadvantage to the Knicks.
yeah,
That's 2
that's
road
what I
games.
say.
No,
That's a
because that
disadvantage
was
to
doing
the
that last
Knicks.
season. That's what I'm telling you, Marvin. They was
Nah, I'm
doing that
trying
a
to
lot
get up
last
out of
season. They
But
was
Chicago.
that's
I
I'm
want to
just
they
stay.
was
I'm
just
just
holding the
saying
teams up.
that's a disadvantage for the Knicks for the Knicks though, is what I'm saying. 2 straight games against the same team in their home court. That ain't right.
Hell no. That's what I
I
said.
mean,
We could have got
And
up
I
out of
mean,
there
they
for
trying
the
to get the
second
Knicks
game.
plummeted.
I don't know what the hell they trying to do to the Knicks. That's cold blooded.
They trying to throw us that Lonzo in our face. Like, look, yeah, y'all
I'm
ain't
gonna
pick
bring
up
your Lakers
Lonzo.
up.
Yeah, Crimea River.
I'm gonna bring your Lakers up, Dex, and tell you where your tough part of your schedule is. I don't know if you studied your schedule enough
No,
yet, Dex. So
I
I'm
don't
bringing.
even know who they play and when they play. All I
Well,
know is whenever they play Brooklyn at home, most likely I might be at that game.
I'm
I'm
finna
gonna say
bring
I'm
their
gonna cry
schedule up.
broke. I'm gonna say I ain't got no money. Damn them
I'm
Brooklyn Nets.
I'm finna bring their schedule up because I want to tell you where your toughest road trip is on this one. So hang on 1 second. I wanted to go through a couple of games, but it's a little late
Hold on,
tonight. So
Marvin. Before you get into that, Marv, no lie,
hmm
right? Just because I said that, I think we should Can you pull that up for me real quick? The Knicks 2 games when they come to Chicago. I think I want to come to Chicago for one of those games because they're
Oh,
gonna be there
16,
for both of them.
16, 12, 16, 12, 14 in December.
Oh, that's December games.
Yeah, you don't want to be
Oh,
flying in Chicago in December, brother. I'm gonna tell you that
uh,
right now. That weather is bad as hell up there. You guaranteed to have a snowstorm going on right then, brother.
nah,
Okay,
man.
Dex, I got your Lakers up. Dex, did you know you had a back-to-back home and home against the Bulls?
no
326,
way.
329. Yes, you got
Uh-oh.
326. I'm
I
looking
think
for
I
your
gotta be at
back-to-back.
one of them. I
All
think
right,
I gotta be at one of them.
326, 326, you're in Chicago. 329, we in LA. Let me look for another back-to-back. I mean, home and home.
But hold
Which
on.
looking
But wait. Oh, I'm on the Chicago side. I think, and after that LA game, I think they play the Clippers.
who?
That around that the Chicago
All right, who
and
plays the
LA.
Clippers?
I think Chicago plays the Clippers after they play the Lakers. After that. in LA.
Oh, and then home and home.
Yeah. After that, they're gonna play the Clippers or something like that. 'Cause I think I
Well,
was
I think
watching
that
that. I think I seen something like that on the schedule because I was paying attention, or they play like the Kings or something after that.
yeah.
Because I was paying
I'll
attention.
bring it
Yeah.
back up. I'm in the
Yeah. My
Lakers
fault.
schedule
My
right
fault.
now.
Go ahead.
And
My
no, no
fault. Go ahead.
problem, no
Continue.
problem, no problem. I'm looking for another home and home with the Lakers, and y'all only have one, as I see so far, Dex. But let me look at your road trip. See what your longest road trip is. Hang on 1 second. And you know you do start the season off in Golden State, right, Dex?
Oh, we don't care about that. We'll be
Okay, well, I'm
healthy to
just
start
letting
the
you know.
season.
I'm just letting you know.
That'll be a loss for the Warriors. They
Oh,
start
that's
off
crazy.
0-1.
Okay, I see a 4 game road trip. I see this is sad. They only get the Lakers a damn 4 game road trip. Okay, here's a 1, 2, 3,
And
4, a
Lakers gotta
five
make the
game road
playoffs
trip.
this season.
You got a 5 game road trip that consists of at Boston, at Brooklyn, at New York, at New York. I mean, I'm sorry, at New York, at Indiana, and then at the Pelicans.
So we should
And then
go 3 out of 5.
okay, and you got a back-to-back day in there on the road, Dex. Now, this is what I was trying to explain to them the other day about back-to-backs. When you have to travel, you play in Brooklyn on the first 1:30, and then you have to fly it. Well, you don't have to go far. You go to New York the next day, 1:31, back-to-back.
Good. That we have to go to New York because that's almost like a bye.
Yeah,
But
because
that's
you can
fire. That
catch the
means that
damn
means
bus.
that means they that
Listen to
means they
what he
bringing
said.
in.
That's like a buy.
Hold
You
on, hold
wrong
on.
for that thing.
That means they bringing in New York. I mean, they bringing in the New Year in New York. You said
Yeah,
1 or 12?
it's 1:31. Let me look at it
Oh no,
again. Hang on.
that's going into November. I mean,
Yeah, it's going.
February. Sorry,
It's going
sorry,
in the following month.
February.
Yeah.
Yeah, from February. Sorry.
And then, okay, Dex, and you got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 game road trip at the end of the season, Dex. You play in Chicago, in Minnesota, at Houston, at Utah, and at the Clippers. And your last 2 games of the season against Phoenix and Utah. That's going to be a critical road trip for y'all, Dex, depending on how your record is, because you got a 5 game road trip with 7 games to play in the season. And I always looked at my schedule and never wanted my team to be on the road at the end of the year, depending on how good we was playing, because you never can tell how important those games going to be. And
I know.
let me see if you got a back to back in there. You do. You have a back to back with Utah. You play Utah on 4-4, and you go to the Clippers 4-5, a back to back, and then you come home for your last 2 games. So that would be your toughest part of your schedule there, I would suspect, Dex. Now I'm gonna go to the Knicks. Now, Belize, what did you want for the Knicks?
Well, I'm good. You can give me the schedule for the next. You don't mind. We could go through it for everyone else, really. But I got the schedule. It's kind of like work schedule for me. but nah, let's go through it though. Let's go through it because I don't know
Yeah,
the
well, what I'm
games.
gonna
I
do
don't
is
know who I'm
I'm
playing
gonna
on the
give you your
nights.
back. I'm
Yeah.
gonna give you your back to backs and your road trip, your longest road trips.
All right, let's
And the
go.
reason I bring those up to every time that I discuss these is because to me, those are the toughest parts of your schedule. And depending on where you are in the schedule. Now I'm gonna go to the bottom of your schedule, which is your last 7 games, and see where you are, please. Now, in your case, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have 3 road games out of the last 7. And those road games are at Cleveland, at Indiana, and at the Pelicans.
Nah, respectfully though.
Mhm.
If the Knicks is hot, we taking all 3 of those.
Wow. I hope Sky is listening.
Like for real though. Cause bro, what like respect like the Knicks is man. Listen.
Okay, and
And
I'm
if
gonna
we
give you
get
another.
Mitchell, come
Let me
on,
give you
we'll be
another
all
little
right.
tidbit on your Knicks schedule. You don't have. I don't see it yet, but on 3-3, you on the road at Miami. You on the road at Boston. You come home for 1 game against Charlotte, and you go back on the road for 4 straight West Coast swing. That's your tough part of your
Ouch.
schedule, please.
Ouch.
You got at Miami, at Boston, come home 1 game to play against Charlotte. Then you go to Sacramento, Clippers, Lakers, Portland, Denver, Minnesota, Miami. Wow. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight. Actually, it's 9 out of 10 tough games. No,
I
because before you play Miami on the road, let me keep going up. Okay, I'm gonna start with this. This how many tough games you got in a row. First game, you got a home game against the Pelicans. You got a home game against Boston. You got a home game against Brooklyn. You go on the road to Miami, on the road to Boston. That's 5 straight tough games. Your only tough, easy game, not easy, but you come home to Charlotte. But then you got a 4-game West Coast swing after that. That's 9 out of 10 games that are tough in a row. There's your hard part of your schedule, brother.
You see how they volleying the Knicks? That's how they be doing
That's
us,
cold
bro.
blooded, man.
That's why we
But
be losing, bro. They be like, why the Knicks suck? That's why. You see the schedule stuff that they be
you
doing
know,
to us?
you remember last
Yeah.
year, y'all had that late West Coast swing. You remember?
Yeah.
That West Coast swing is not easy, guys. When you have to go through Golden State, Phoenix, and when Utah was good, and Denver, man, them are tough ass games, man.
Cause
And
they
you on the
already in
road
they
too?
groove, the West Coast on they groove, bro. Like it's tough to go out there and try to come back to the East with any type of pride left. Man, they be taking everything from you out there.
And you know what? Let me see where you are when you play us back to back. Now you got a little light part of your schedule when before you play us, you play Charlotte, Sacramento, then you play the Bulls twice. Then after that, you play Indiana and then Golden State and Toronto. You play the Bulls 3 times in 1 week. You play the Bulls on the 14th, the 16th, and the 20th. 3 games against the Bulls in 1 week.
And 2
What
of them
kind of
is at
shit is
home,
that?
and then the 20th one is gonna be when they're in New York, right?
Yeah, the 23rd is when you're back home.
The
But
23rd is when they're
still,
back in New York, right? Yeah, because that's the
yeah.
game I'm considering on. Yeah.
But listen to this.
That's
Now remind you,
December. That's December 23rd, right?
yeah. So your
Yeah, I got
two
it.
games in
Yeah,
Chicago are
my dad Christmas
December
gift. I gotta think about
14th
that.
and the 16th. You playing in Chicago on the 14th and the 16th. Then you play on the road in Indiana on the 18th. This is a tough part of your schedule too, Belize. After you play Indiana, you play Golden State, Toronto, Bulls, Philly, Dallas. Damn, boy, y'all.
Hey, you know
That's
what?
cold
You know
blooded,
what?
man.
I say let's just keep our team. Forget the Donovan. We keep our picks, and let's just get that number 1 pick next year, man. Call it a day.
Yeah, because you're gonna need some firepower to go through this schedule, brother.
Yeah, man, it's tough. But I ain't gonna lie, that sounds good though. I think I might just make my dad Christmas gift, man. December 23rd, New York,
Yeah, man.
Chicago.
What?
That's a nice game.
Yeah. No. Oh, yeah, that's right. In Chicago. I mean, that's right. In
Yeah,
New
it's right
York,
before
December
Christmas. Yeah,
23rd,
that's a
right
nice.
before
Yeah,
Christmas.
that's
The
right before
very next
Christmas.
game is your Christmas game against Philly.
Yeah, I ain't going to that on Philly. I'd rather be in my crib watch that, respectfully.
But that
Well, I'm
23rd
gonna have to
game
work
is in
anyway.
New York.
Huh?
It's in New York. That 23rd game is in New York
Yeah, that's
against
in New York.
Chicago.
Cause I was just considering them. What I don't want to do out there. I'd rather just. And then my daughter got school, all that, respectfully. So yeah, I'd rather just. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Hell yeah, my dad would love that.
But this is crazy. We are the only team that you have home and home against, the Bulls. You don't play nobody else 2 times in a row except the Bulls.
That's weird.
And we did that with y'all last year, didn't we? This past year. I think we
Nah.
did.
We ain't have no games like that with y'all last year. Y'all played a
Who
lot of Brooklyn
we
and
played
Knicks
Philly.
after. Like y'all played a lot
Yeah,
of
we played.
games like that, but y'all
Now
ain't really do.
the Bulls have Philly 2 times again this year. We had them 2 times last year in a row. And then we got the Knicks 2 times in a row this year. And I'm thinking what you just said, that 12-23 game against Chicago, that's our Christmas game for us, basically. Because it's 2 days before Christmas in New York.
So it sounds like
So,
you sound like you need to come take the trip, bro.
yeah. I got a niece lives in Brooklyn.
Let's come out here, bro. Let's make it happen. Come
Yeah,
to the
man, I'm
game.
these out there, man.
That'd be cool,
But,
bro.
hey, wait a minute. It'd be snowing in New York in Christmas time, too, though.
Man, listen, you from Chicago, you'll be all right.
Oh, I
Oh
ain't worried
God.
about it. Don't get me wrong. You know, I love the
It'll
cold.
be
I can't
alright.
stand the heat.
Yeah, I
I
can't
love
stand
the
the heat,
cold.
respectfully. I love the heat, but it's like I like the heat like after the sunset.
Yeah.
Like if I gotta
Dex,
be
you still on the
outside doing
panel?
stuff, I could deal with it. But if it's my choice, I'd rather just go out after the heat set, after the sunset, and just
Oh
relax
shit. I
outside.
mentioned this damn thing. I wanted to let Dex know something. I don't know if he knew this, but Denver actually has the easiest schedule in the NBA this year.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Denver has the easiest schedule in the NBA this year. And the Spurs have the toughest.
Uh.
You talking about disrespect.
Nah,
But then,
the Spurs gonna get that pick. That's why.
well, Purple Baby brought up a good point about that. They're going to consider them having a tough schedule because they're a weaker team. So they're going to be underdogs on all the games. So they're going to feel that
Yeah.
they have the toughest schedule, you know?
Yeah.
And that's understandable, you know, because they just not a real heavy hitter team. So they're going to be underdogs in a lot of games. So they're going to say they have the toughest schedules.
Do you think John Wall's gonna be a breaker on that Clipper team? I think he's gonna really be a game changer.
Well, I think if he was going to go to any team, this was the perfect one because I think he will listen to Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, and Teron Lue as the
Yeah.
coach.
You know, because when you get a player like that, he was kind of arrogant in a sense. He needs a good player, and Paul George too. I think he'll listen to those guys.
And he wanted to play with Paul George. They spoke on that. Like
Yeah, that's
they
what I'm
spoke on
saying.
that. Yeah, from like All-Star time. Like when they was young.
Yeah, I mean, you can pick your poison with players like that, but then it means a lot if they go to the right team also. You know,
Yeah. Do you
so I
think
think
do you
it.
think they will finally put the reunion with him and Boogie Cousins and put DeMarcus Cousins on the
Well,
Clippers?
I was telling Dexter this one time on the panel. I don't believe any of those guys are going to be picked up before the season started. Him, LaMarcus Aldridge, Carmelo. I think they're going to be picked up at the trade deadline when a team needs to. Reason I say this is this: they all older players. So if I was a owner or trying to make my team better at the trade deadline, why would I pick him up now to burn up some of his legs by the time the end of the season comes? If you can pick him up in the middle of the season, he might still be fresh if you go into the playoffs and you can
Or he
really use
might
him.
be too cold.
Well, no, by the time the playoffs start, he'll be even warmed up. It'll be
Oh
half a season.
yeah.
It'll be a half a season. But if you get him at the beginning of the season, he might be burnt out by trade deadline.
Nah, yeah,
You
that's
know,
facts. Yeah, that makes sense.
So and
So
then you
so what?
saving money. You saving money too because you haven't signed him to their contract until the middle of the season.
So
So if
so
you're
where you
looking at it,
okay?
I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, so where do you see Melo going? Just because you brought his name.
I mentioned this one time on the panel. I see him in Chicago. The Bulls could really use a shooter.
That's
That's
fair.
what they
That's
need.
fair.
That's
That's
what they
fair.
need. And
But
he's going
nah,
to
he
come in
gotta come back
on a
home.
better
He gotta come back
minimum.
home. He gotta come back home though.
But that's depending on where you guys are at the trade deadline. If you're not really playing well, I don't think you're going to pick him up.
I would think he go want to come.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying he needs to go here or there. I don't see him going back to LA because they picked up a lot of young guys and Troy Brown Jr. and all these other guys. They're trying to replace him with those guys. And I've been joking with Dex on that Troy Brown Jr. situation, but he's going to develop it. I think he's going to develop into something pretty good.
Do you think? Do you
He's got
think he
good.
finally? Do you think he finally go plays with his CP3?
Who?
Oh, that's a good
Carmelo?
one.
Carmelo?
Yeah,
I mean, does Phoenix need him, Dex?
they
I
could
don't know if
use
they
him.
need him, but they can use him.
They could definitely
I
use
mean, he could show
Carmelo.
help Jay Crowder. Shit, with some scoring.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say about Jake. With having Jay Crowder, I mean, you don't really want to tinker with Jay Crowder's minutes. He plays well in the minutes that he plays.
But I'm saying you
I
got
guess,
like you got minutes for Melo, like and you got Chris Paul there who could facilitate. I'm
yeah.
sure you can make it happen.
Oh yeah. I mean, anytime he's around a real good point guard, he's gonna flourish because they're
Yeah,
gonna get the ball in the right spots.
right.
But I
And
did
they're
want
gonna
to
know
ask
how
you
to
this.
utilize them.
I want to ask you this, please. How much of an upside? I mean, how much of a upgrade do you think Mitchell Robinson is going to be this year for you guys?
Not much.
Now, see, I disagree.
I
I'm
don't
telling you, a
believe in
lot
him.
of people are
I don't believe in him.
underestimating
I was I
Brunson.
was I was I was on to trade him too. I was on to do a signing trade for him.
You know why the Knicks didn't trade him? Because they signed Brunson.
Yeah, I know.
Listen, Brunson is a great point guard for a big man.
No, I see where you're going with it. I see where you're
Yes,
going with it.
sir. He's
I see where you're
and
going with.
Mitchell Robinson is a great lob threat. A
Yeah,
great lob threat.
yeah. I see where you're
You
going with
know,
that.
he's one, and I'm telling you, a lot of people are underestimating Brunson. I'm telling you
But
now,
then,
he's
but
going
then,
to.
in that same breath, that's why I say, if I gotta get rid of RJ for Donovan Mitchell, I would do it because Donovan Mitchell could bring that same thing with
Yeah,
Mitchell
the
Robinson.
combination. Yes, yes.
Exactly.
Mitchell Robinson is going to flourish this year. Listen, the Knicks been needing a point. You know, man, you've been talking about a point guard for the Knicks
Yeah,
forever.
yeah.
I mean, you see how well y'all played when Rose was healthy?
Man, you see how well we played when Prigioni was healthy.
I mean, think about it. When you had what's his name? Who was the guard y'all got rid of the year before last? And he wasn't that damn good. Effort Payton.
Yes, yes.
He still
He
was
was
a
good.
point guard. He still was a true
Yeah,
point guard, and the
he
team made
was.
the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know,
Uh-huh.
everybody's knocking the fact of how Brunson's size.
I even like when the Knicks had the Trey Burke and
Hmm.
Tim Hardaway backcourt. I like that combination too. And he wasn't like a traditional point guard, but them two they played together well. Although yes, I know they played together in Michigan, but they played together well.
Yeah. All right. How much is Alec Burke gonna be missed?
Uh, Not much. Because I feel like Brunson is going to pick up that, and then now quickly is going to develop more, and D Rose is still there, so we'll be fine.
Oh, that was a question I was going to ask you. Are you guys going to keep D Rose?
I want to get rid of him.
I believe he's a trade deadline move
I feel like
for
he's a
continuity.
yeah, he could be one of those, but I feel like he could also be like one of those players um that you could trade now to a team that wanna that use his skill set to develop
Well, I'm gonna tell
yeah.
you why nobody. I'm telling you why nobody's shooting at him now. They looking at the same thing as what I just mentioned about his
Yeah.
knees and bringing him in at the trade deadline, not burning him out.
Yeah.
It makes sense if you think about it on the older guys.
It does. So
You
with
save
that,
money, you save money, and you come back.
so should the Knicks like play him less and play quickly more?
Yes, he don't need to play a lot of minutes. He needs to.
I agree.
If you want to contend, he needs to be down to 9 to 10 minutes a game in the first half.
Shout out to Taj Gibson, man. He was out there too at Rucker Park today. I got to see
Oh,
him.
was he?
Yeah, he was out there with his son, and yeah, he had his son in his hand and everything like that. So I ain't really want to, get a picture with him or nothing like that. But yeah, he was out there with his son. He was chopping it up with the people. He was cool vibes.
I'm
Cool
gonna tell you
vibes.
one thing. And this might sound crazy. The Knicks gonna miss him, brother. Watch. He did a lot for y'all last year, quietly. His numbers wasn't as gigantic, but he played big when he played. If he played 13 minutes, he had 6, 7 rebounds.
Yeah.
That's hard to come by. You don't get that every day. Taj Gibson's a rock, man. He played. Tom Thibodeau ran him in the ground. He didn't actually. Taj in pretty good shape because
Yeah.
Tom Thibodeau played him some heavy fucking minutes last year. But I'm happy you was on because I wanted to talk to you about your Knicks because a lot of people are they're not looking at the Knicks as doing much. And a lot of things they don't even realize about Hartenstein. This guy's good, and he's coming
Yeah.
off the bench.
Yep.
It's still some holes to be plugged.
Marvin, I think you've been Nicolai's.
No, man, I like I always liked the Knicks. That's my second team, bro. I
I
was
thought
just like,
Dallas was your second team.
hell no, I can't stand the
Oh.
Mavericks.
He said, "Can't send him back."
I don't like Dallas. I don't like the Mavericks simply because I don't like the Cowboys. I can't be down here with these. Hell no.
And you know what's the sad part about it though, respectfully, Marv? Like, and I appreciate that you could adopt, the Knicks, but if Lonzo wasn't on this team right now, bro, I would still say, bro, I can't stand Chicago, bro. I hate y'all, bro, with a passion, bro. Like, yo, bro,
Well, that's
growing
from the
up,
Jordan.
bro.
That's from the Jordan
Like,
days. Come on now.
bro, like you don't understand. Like, it was like I didn't understand it. I was just oh man, just to see them just lose like that. And then, man, and then like '99 when they made the final, the Spreewell, Houston, and
Hey,
then
I hate to
couldn't
throw
do
this
it.
in your
Ah, it
face,
was so
please.
tough.
I hate to
Okay.
throw this in your. I hate to throw this in your face, please. But did you know when we traded y'all, Charles Oakley, and we got Cartwright, that was our first championship.
I know.
We got it because, and Oakley was a rock in Chicago, but he wasn't tall enough. He wasn't
Yeah.
big enough.
Yep.
And when we got Cartwright, that was it.
Yep.
The same year he came. The same year he came was our first championship.
And I also believe too, if we didn't get rid of Mark Jackson, I feel like we would have been able to take it.
I think it was more so Cliff Livingston emerging as a starter.
What? Dex, Cliff Livingston didn't never start for us.
Oh, he didn't start? He wasn't that other forward?
He came off the bench.
I'm talking about once Oakley left. Didn't he start right before Horace Grant got there?
No, we replaced Oakley because Oakley was playing a lot of center for us. Now, as odd as that might sound to you, he was playing a lot of center for us. And when we gave the Knicks Oakley, we brought in Cartwright, and that solidified that triangle offense.
Mm-hmm.
Because Cartwright could pass and all that stuff. Well,
I thought Cliff Livingston was a starter though.
No, he was coming off the bench, and Cartwright was a rock. Yeah, if you didn't realize this,
he started at 91.
He never started. He might have started a couple of games, but he wasn't in the start five. He I think I'm gonna go back to it. I'm doing a little walking right now, but what I wanted to do was tell Belize this. Belize, did you know that Cartwright came in the league his rookie year? He was averaging 21 points a game.
Cartwright was no joke. They was selling some Cartwright Nick cards from him and stuff.
Yeah, he came in with Golden State Warriors, right?
I think so. And he had the sharpest damn elbows in the league. He'd knock a nigga's eye socket out, bro. You have to really watch his elbows.
He bust up Isaiah pretty good.
Man, listen, when he turned, like he get the ball in the post and turn, you better get out the damn way because he lied the key. He had some hellified elbows, man. But Cartwright was a rock for us, man. He was a solid piece. And Dex, I think I heard you say this a couple of times about Luke Longley. Luke Longley was decent for the Bulls, brother.
Yeah, he played his role.
Yeah. I mean, the Bulls in that triangle offense, they ran a lot of triangle offense through Dennis Rodman's that time. He played that V in there. He actually, and he wasn't a scoring threat, but he was a decent passer.
Mm-hmm. And then he knew the skill set of the game, so he knew the positions to be in and put his players in, and know why if he's in a position where
what made it so special for the Bulls is that they had Jordan and Pippen. They perfect off of a triangle.
Yeah,
they are perfect off of a triangle. Yeah, because once the center gets the ball, they make those cuts, and if they flare out or either keep cutting, they can hit the shot or they can go to the hole. And that's what I want to ask you guys. Why don't more teams run the triangle offense now? It's very effective. I don't understand.
That I don't know. You probably have to get somebody that really, really knows the ins and outs of basketball as a coach.
But wouldn't you think so, though, Dex? Wouldn't you think that, Dex?
For me personally,
no, I think the athletes are a little more athletic, and that triangle is kind of stale. Motion offense probably the best.
Yeah, I guess you can say it's kind of stagnant, slow.
And it's not as fast paced like you were saying, and not as attractive.
Well, I think it's good playoff offense. What'd you say to that? Slow down, because the playoffs are a lot slower.
Yeah, but playoffs, you got the pick and roll. What do you need a triangle for?
Well, you're right. I guess so. I mean, pick and roll was back then too, but the Bulls, I mean, they perfected
But the
that damn
centers
thing.
can really capitalize off it like the centers today or the wing players. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the wing players back in the day, they wasn't really like shooters. Only a few could shoot. Most of them were just tough guys.
Yeah. But a lot of them were slashers, kind of like Scotty, though, weren't they?
Mm-hmm. I'm talking about the big guys, the bigger guys, not the forwards. I mean, not small forwards. I'm talking like the power forwards and the centers.
Yeah, the power.
Most of them were just tough guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Bill
Like,
Laimbeer was a good pick and roll guy because he could shoot it from the clip. Tom Chambers. You know, you had some guys that can put it up, can put it out there with the pick and roll, but most of them were just tough guys. They just said a pick, but they wouldn't roll.
You know what? When you brought up Tom Chambers, I was watching a clip this morning on some of the greatest dunks of all time, and you know he did a dunk on Mark Jackson. He jumped over the fucking top of his head and dunked.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
I seen that's somebody in the back.
The Seattle version of Tom Chambers.
Yeah,
right?
I seen somebody in the background that we never talk about. Kevin Johnson.
Well, I mean, we talk about Kevin Johnson before, but not to the platitude where he's one of the greats.
And was he good enough? He was great.
Yeah, Kevin Johnson was a very integral part of that Phoenix success because nobody could guard him.
That boy was cold-blooded. Shit.
Yeah, nobody could guard him. Whenever you need a bucket, he go get it. He was a Tony Parker before Tony Parker.
Yeah, he was. He damn sure was. But I mean, was he in the top 75 players? No?
No, I don't think so.
Do you think he deserved it?
I don't think him. I don't think Hornacek. I don't think Thunder Dan.
I think KJ was better.
Tom Chambers.
I don't think he made it either.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think he made it either. Jack Simmons made it.
Yeah. And another question I got to you and Belize. Was Olajuwon one of the best
Phoenix team was good, though. Really, that Phoenix team was underrated.
Yes, it was.
Even before they got Charles Barkley, it was good. With the Cedric Sabalas and Richard Dumas, you know what I mean? The Oliver Miller, you know, those guys were good, man. That was a good Phoenix team.
Question, Dave.
Hornacek, Thunder Dan, Kevin Johnson.
Yeah. Was Olajuwon one of the best centers ever?
Olajuwon was good. He was just smothered because of Kareem. You know what I mean? He came in with the Kareem prime, so he was smothered up under the celebrity and the status of the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. But yeah, Olajuwon was very good. I mean, he had the best footwork.
Man,
he might have the best footwork. Him and Mikal probably have the best footwork of all time in basketball, probably.
Yeah, you know, I heard a couple of people say Olajuwon should have been the GOAT. Man, this dude got some hellified numbers. If you look
he ain't no GOAT. No, he ain't no GOAT.
But he broke a lot of records that still stand, brother, right now.
Yeah, but he's not no GOAT. The reason why I would say Olajuwon's not a GOAT, I mean, he had the 2 back-to-back years, and then he just fell the fuck off like crazy.
His points never did. He still had his team, just didn't do it. He still was doing his thing. I think he had what?
Yeah, but when you get to that plateau of a champion, especially a back-to-back champion, they just expect a little more for you to pull your team through.
And you know, Kenny Smith was that point guard on that team.
Yep, Kenny Smith, Mario Ellie. They also had Vernon Maxwell.
Vernon.
Black ass Vernon.
And you know who they had? Big Shot Bob.
Yep.
That boy got 7 damn championships.
That team was talented, though. That team was a really talented team.
You know, the question came up to me the other day about would the Bulls have beat them in the finals? I don't even know, man.
That would have been a good run for the money. I know that much. Because you know what? That Houston team, you knew that Olajuwon was going to get in. But you didn't know who that auxiliary player was. And that's what made Houston so deadly. Because it could be Kenny Smith, could be Mario Ellie, Vernon Maxwell. It could be one of the wings, Otis Thorpe. It could be.
That's why I was going to say. Thorpe is never talked about.
He had the hugest hands I think ever in basketball, right?
The what?
I think Dr. J was second, and then you got Kawhi Leonard or someone. The biggest hands.
Oh, hell yeah.
The largest hands in basketball, I think, on the story.
I believe he's left the panel.
He was one of the only players that in transition, you throw him a bounce pass and he'd catch it with one freaking hand and then dunk it.
Yeah. That boy was cold blooded. Well, he was a great.
He would take it off the bounce. He wouldn't even have to corral the ball to get it to fit his hand. You bounce him the ball, you throw it to him, he can just catch it like he had Stickum on his hand. Like if he was less than age.
He was a great compliment to Elijah Wan.
Yeah, and then I think they dumped him, right? They dumped him and then let Robert Horry get that position. Because Robert Horry seemed to be a little more versatile than Old Story.
But he could shoot a lot better, for one. You know that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It was more versatile. Yeah.
But I was thinking when I seen Chambers do that dunk and I seen Kevin Johnson in the background, I said, man, you know what? We don't talk about him enough. KJ was cold-blooded, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I always liked KJ, man.
But by the time that Tom Chambers got to Phoenix, he was already kind of done.
Yeah, he started off in Seattle?
He started off in Seattle. That was his best years. I think when he got to Phoenix, he was in his dog 2 years, and I think he had one good season with Phoenix, and that was it.
Phoenix haven't never won the championship, have they?
No, they got there with Barkley, but they never won.
With all them good ass teams, with Hornacek and all them guys, they never won.
Never won.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, oh man.
And Richard Dumas would have been an outstanding player, but he let the vices get to him, and then he made some bad choices. Because Richard Dumas was, he was on his way to being one of the greats.
What was that small forward they had? His name again was C. No, Sabalas, yeah.
Cedric Sabalas. Yeah, they had traded him to the Lakers, remember?
Oh, that's right. Did he win a championship with y'all?
No, Cedric Sabalas didn't win a championship. But he was a very popular player for the Lakers back in the 90s. He was a very popular player until Shaq got there. Once Shaq got there, Shaq kind of overshadowed Cedric Sabalas' celebrity. And
I remember me and you talking about Elden Campbell. Elden Campbell.
Yeah, I like it.
He did win a championship with Detroit, don't you?
Yeah, he won a championship with Detroit. Yeah, sure did.
And you said something that kind of blew my mind. You say Shaq just basically pushed him out of New York. I mean, out of LA, huh?
Out of LA, yeah. Shaq pushed him out of LA, yeah. Because Elden Campbell was more a finesse guy. He was Clemson Tigers. So he was more of a finesse guy, and the Lakers needed a brute force. But Elden Campbell was way more skilled than Shaq.
Yes, he was.
And so Elden Campbell just thought his skill set would be more suitable for the Lakers, but it wasn't due to the fact that Elden Campbell didn't want to get in there with the big boys. He didn't want to put his big boy pants on. He wanted to flirt around the perimeter and be like, big dog. He was a big dog before big dog. That's Elden Campbell game.
Did you guys win a championship with Vlade?
No, they lost. They lost against the Bulls.
Oh, he was on that team against the Bulls.
Yeah, he was the center. Him and Perkins would switch out, center, power forward. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they didn't win nothing with Vlade. They got there with Vlade. Vlade made a hell of a shot to get him there, but against Portland.
I was thinking about you the other day. I was watching an old Laker game when Norm Nixon was on that team. I know you was going crazy. Oh, yeah,
Norm Nixon. Yeah, Norm Nixon and Magic.
I know you was going crazy when Norm was on.
Listen, they had Norm Nixon, Magic Johnson, Michael Cooper, Jamal Wilkes, They had.
Get out of here.
Oh, okay. All right, Flight. Thanks for letting us rep, man, for a while.
Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.